Deals behind closed doors, promises broken. Their income soars, hidden agendas run the grand parade. In the circus, choose a masquerade. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. I've been given money, power, and fame to keep you in line. Television screens, bright and loud. Sell you dreams, make you proud. Pop the bubble, see the cage you're in. Start the revolution, let the truth begin. Welcome to the chaos.
Welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday night. We are here today to do a little update first on the Akaash Singh controversy, because a few things have happened. And I will show you some clips, so I'm not going to spoil everything right up front, but we're going to go see some clips, see what has happened. And then at the end of the clips, we're going to decide if maybe we were a little bit too hasty or a little bit wrong about the whole situation. And, sometimes it happens. Sometimes we make snap judgments and it's not right. But we're going to look at some clips and some new stuff that has come out, and we're going to see if we've changed our mind on the situation. And then at the end, we will get into some psychological stuff, and maybe Damon will come, maybe not. I don't know, but let's get into it anyways. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see. This is the first clip, and these clips I am taking from, I don't know, this channel, Unique Entertainment. Oh, okay, I get it. Anyways, they compiled some good clips, so it's going to be easy for us to see them and react to them. So let's see the first one.
You think that your girl has slept with 3 times the amount of guys she's told you?
What the fuck did you just?
I need to make it real.
I didn't say body count.
You
I said
walking
I
around.
want to hear about a couple of the previous.
Why you want to hear?
Come on, man. I just want to see.
What are you gonna get out of that?
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure you
jerking off to
got good taste.
Yeah, that's some tough shit. I don't even know what a hymen is.
It's bro. Phew.
Yeah, I bet my wife's is still pristine. I bet that shit is flawless. Mint condition. Michael Jordan rookie card.
Dead stock.
Dead stock. You've broken a few hymens. I ain't even sprained one.
My name's Pink and I'm really glad to meet you.
Singh addressed a drama.
Okay, so he did have another a comedy show, and somebody did secretly record that, so that's coming up. I don't know exactly which one it is, but let's see these other clips. We're gonna go through all of them, and then we're gonna give our thoughts. So simmer down, because we need a full picture before we make up our minds on the situation.
Now it's sunny like the shit.
Akaash is in India or Dubai.
A planned trip.
A planned trip that was planned before this madness. Okay? He's there. And obviously we want to talk about what's going on, but we don't feel right talking about without him here.
Mm-hmm.
So once he's back, we're going to have that conversation. I'm sure that will be spirited.
Climate change.
Climate change is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, that climate change.
Baking soda.
Yeah.
Baking soda.
So we're not going to make any
Baking
jokes, bro.
soda.
We're not making any jokes. We're trying to treat
We're
this.
not
we're
making
trying
any
to treat
jokes
this
because we're a serious political podcast.
Yeah, we're high tea, man.
High tea.
I am getting a massage. Akash is a little tired, so he's gonna go stay sleeping. I have an appointment at Chanel. And I'm gonna run around the room. I'm so excited. I actually just ran around the room. Yeah, zoomies. Look, babe. Come spend the day with us. This city is actually stunning. And everyone here is so nice. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't put your face. I'm just taking it. Okay. Oh my god, that was amazing. I did the facial. I felt it was so rejuvenated. Okay, I have to get ready super quick so we can make our appointment on time. I just know whenever I go sit back. Right now. The Mercedes S5. Thank you.
The yacht, they said no shoes allowed in the yacht, so they're never rentals.
Yeah, they don't allow shoes on yachts. That's like a thing. We're giving it 2 windows to see the park of the window. How does 90 say Dubai?
How does it say?
Dubai.
Wait, yeah,
No, oh my god, it's so pretty.
It is Miami, Vegas.
Like Middle Eastern, no, like Middle Eastern Miami. I'm such a Miami girl.
I didn't feel as though he's had that.
Oh, they have a menu. They have a menu. Akaash is speed walking. I can never have food poisoning. Maybe you didn't have food poisoning. Is it too big on me? It's like a travel bag. It is like, it's a little big on me. I get what he's saying, but it's not like bad. It's not like the jumbo classic. I'm good that it matches so well.
Well, God,
Because every time
so
something matches, I need to buy
this
it.
goes on for
It
a
takes
while. Basically, this chick is, Akaash has not directly addressed it. He hasn't been on flagrant. He hasn't posted anything on his own platforms. It has been radio silence with that. But she is continuing to post every day on their trip. Apparently they went to like India and Dubai, and they're going shopping all the time. Well, she's going shopping from what we can see. She likes very expensive things, and she likes to show off all over the internet about it. And she's still very much like main character energy, which happens to be her podcast name, which is very fitting. Very fitting. She really wants people to see how she's spending his money and how she is enjoying her life and doesn't care about the controversy, which, that's fine. Like, I totally get that. Like, you don't care. It's not your problem. That's fine. That's perfectly understandable reaction to what's happening. But I just don't see, like, if somebody was kind of like, if I was acting like a spoiled brat, right? And kind of like not, or even if I had the perception out there that like I'm acting like a spoiled brat, I am like not grateful to my husband for what he does or whatever. Or even if there's like rumors, like what if like I'm just like in a bitchy mood, like I'm having my period all the time, or I don't know, something is going on hormonally and I'm a little bitchy. And there's like, somebody makes a compilation of every time I was like on my period or on my husband. Like, let's just say, now that's out there. And I'm, I feel like a certain way about it. Like, I'm like, I love my husband. I don't want anyone to have a bad idea that like I don't respect him, that I don't love him, that I'm not attracted to him. I don't want that. So what I would do, and I think most normal people would, is I would just be like extra affectionate, extra not spoiled, extra like showing that I'm there for him and not for the perks, the clout, the, cash and prizes, basically. Right? Like that's what I would go out of my way to like show, like, see, we, look at me making him out. Here's some pictures of me making out with him. I mean, maybe that's a little much, but like I would try to at least not show that I'm all about me and so little about, like being grateful or whatever. Like just if that was out there, but that's me. I'm not her. I'm a different person. Came from different backgrounds, obviously. So, like, let's just say, maybe she's okay, and he's okay with her being like that. Maybe like they're both like that. Maybe they're both kind of spoiled, right? Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you. So anyway, so maybe they're both kind of spoiled and they're both like that, and it's fine for them. So anyways, somebody took audio or video or whatever at one of Akaash's recent shows. So he hasn't addressed this publicly. Nothing on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Nothing on the Flagrant podcast, nothing on his own platforms, but she has continued to post like she doesn't care. Doesn't really do anything to change her perception. She doesn't want to change. It seems like she doesn't care about what people perceive her as, and therefore her husband in relation to her as. She doesn't seem to really care about that. But, you know, he did address it privately in one of his shows and somebody recorded it. So let's just hear that and see if this changes any of our perception of the situation.
Again, I don't think these narratives, you calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to save on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out. We didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, "What's this for?" I said, "You can use that as a pillow." And then she goes, "Well, what are you going to use?" And I said, "I'll figure it out." She handed me back the jacket. She goes, "You take this." And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broke and I'm in such a bad place. It's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
I don't know. What do we think about this? Does this vindicate her? Is she like not so bad now? I mean, okay, let's think about this rationally, right? She's 24, right? She's got like all 24-year-olds. There's nothing, you got nothing going on. You haven't achieved anything in your life yet, right? But you know, she's cute, I would say. And by this point, this is all allegedly. So I cannot confirm or deny anything. Allegedly, right? So all the people on like the threads and stuff that I've read, they have said that he's kind of painting a picture that he was impoverished or whatever, but allegedly, again, that wasn't the case, that he had already met Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz had a lot of popularity. He had been networking with people. He had been doing a lot of shows and networking with people, and she is being introduced to big people. So the whole like she's with me at my lowest thing doesn't really work if a woman can see you are on the trajectory up. Right? We have to understand, if a woman is around, women are not generally like, unless they're like there's something really wrong with them, they're pretty good, especially if she's educated in any way, she comes from a half decent family, you know, she's not going to be naive. She knows if you want to have a family, you need to have a guy who is successful. And the best way to do it is to find someone before they reach success. So you have to look at the facts. And there's nothing wrong with this also. This is normal. If you have any brains, you would be doing this. You would be looking at the situation and saying, well, right now he doesn't have anything. But eventually I can see that he's going to achieve something, right? So like women will evaluate you in your going up phase and see like what's the likelihood that they're going to make it and become successful in life. So it's really like silly to think that like, you know, somebody's going to be with someone who absolutely has nothing to offer and they have something that doesn't make any sense. And there's nothing wrong with being smart in your choices. What do you think, Damon? How you doing?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, all right. So
we're
he
being
dated,
sensible today.
yes, we're being
We're
good. We're being good
We're
people.
not saying anything bad.
No, just nice things. Okay, so I played the clip, and Akaash, the Indian guy, the comedian, is basically saying how, you know, he was, remember, as the last episode, I don't know if you were here, but I think you were. Yeah. They met at a comedy show. So he was doing comedy, and her sister liked his podcast. I think it was with Schultz, and like they were very new, right? So they're like on the way up. And the sister really liked the comedy show and introduced her to him and whatever. And then they started dating, right? And then he's talking about there's one year that he didn't make a lot of money, and he's like saying, I was essentially homeless, but really when you really hear it, it was like I couldn't afford to live where I was living and I had to move to another city that was cheaper. And she stayed with me the night before we had to move on the floor because all of our furniture, I guess, already moved. And he's basically saying he's trying to paint this sob story about how he's homeless because like he didn't pay for like that last night at the apartment. So they technically weren't supposed to be there. And then she went with him. But I think that's a little insane because like most people, like they get together young, and women like to go for people. Women like to go for people who are on the way up, right? There's two types of women. They're the women who are like, I want to find someone who's already made it and then date them, and they'll be like okay with conceding to like maybe they're not as attractive, maybe they're not as, you know, close to my age, but they're like, I'll get rid of those desires and go for the major one, which I just need them to be successful now, right? They'll date older. And then there's the other woman who's like, I really want to be with someone closer to my age, or who like I meet before they become something and then I grow with them, because that tends to last longer. You tend to have a stronger bond if you meet the person before they have money. Just because a lot of guys, after they get money, they tend to be a little bit, you know, they tend to act differently towards women when they've achieved a lot on their own. Because it's like you didn't struggle with them, so they don't really have much loyalty. And that's not all of them.
Don't you think that you can look at it either way, though? I mean, for example, like if you're the girl who's with the guy before he becomes successful,
Mm-hmm.
when he becomes successful, there's the idea that he could think, well, I can do better now.
Of course. There's always multiple options. There's, I want to be with someone before they're successful. So that means you, if you're smart, you'll make sure you're more attractive as a woman. You'll make sure you're younger, hotter, and more attractive than them, so they are less attractive. So like the power balance is in your favor, right? Well, before they make it, but you know that they're on their way up. So
yeah, but then if you're younger and more attractive as a woman, then you'll probably think, or at least most younger girls nowadays think, I can do better than a broke dude who's trying to make it. I can get the guy who's already made it.
You can, but these are just different strategies, right? There's many strategies to getting what you want. There are some women who are like, I'm gonna, you know, I'm young, I'm gonna like get like BBLs and boob implants and, you know, go do Pilates, and then I'm gonna find a rich old dude on his deathbed, and then I'll marry him, and, you know, whatever.
Okay.
Or there's the young hot girl who's like, I'm really superficial. I can't lower myself to be with like the old dude. But I want someone who like will like worship me or whatever, like who's a little simpy, right? but who is going to be successful. And right now I'm better than him, so he's going to treat me really well and then like shower me with gifts once he has money. That's another strategy. Everything is freaking strategy. Yes, a lot of women have shitty strategies, but some of them have. Look, everything is a gamble in life. There is no sure thing, right? Everything like could go one way or the other way. You're doing the best. Like if you go to freaking Harvard to study to be a lawyer, like you graduate, you might be able to get a job, or AI might take your job, right? So there's like, doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't always go as planned. These are just strategies, and there's no sure thing in life ever. It's never going to happen. If anyone's trying to sell you a sure thing, they're lying to you.
Well, the thing is that like see, the problem whenever you hear anybody calling a chick a gold digger, the funny thing about it is whenever I hear like the conservative guys who listen to a lot of this shit that like Fresh and Fit say and people like that, and they complain about a girl who's a gold digger, I'm like, well, didn't you say that like you don't want a woman working and you want to be the guy who provides? So it's like by that standard, if that's the rules of your game, I don't want her working. I'm the provider. She needs to stay at home, raise a family. If the girls agree to that, then obviously they're going to be going for the guy who's the best provider, which means what? The guy with the most money, which means what? They're a gold digger. So like, why the fuck are you complaining about gold diggers when this is what you want? Right? Now, some of them will be like, well, I don't want her to just love me for my money. Well, you've laid out that that's the priority. That's your role. You're the provider.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, well, I want her to love me because I'm also good looking, or because I'm also funny, or because we have shit in common, well, what's more of a priority? The fact that you're the provider? A chick is in that universe, a chick is going to be like, I want the guy who can provide the best. Whether or not he can make me laugh and we have shit in common and other stuff, that's going to be secondary. Okay? Because if you suddenly say she's not going to work, that means that if the relationship doesn't work out, she's got no income. She's got nothing. She can't support. She's going to be on the streets. So obviously she's going to be like, I want the guy who's going to make the most money.
Yeah. I mean, of course, look, everybody wants security for themselves and their offspring. And look, the best case scenario for your children and your grandchildren is you get a guy who's successful, has a way to make income, can provide good schools and a good neighborhood and a safe area for you and your children, and for your grandchildren, and who invests in the family, not out there whoring and wasting money on skanks. I mean, that's the ideal. But a lot of women are like, gee, I can't get that. So now I have
Cheeks is in the chat. Sorry. Beating Cheeks.
Yes.
My little Hispanic whore. I love this dude.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come on because he's busy with like his male whores.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't find women being gold diggers a bad thing. Yeah. Yeah. You're up front. That's the thing. If men are going to be the providers and women are going to be making babies, that's it. Sex is transactional. We've legalized prostitution, essentially, which is great.
I mean, yeah, like in hard times, basically that's what happens to women. Because we had like some abnormally good times. People don't realize how good we had it for a little bit too long. We're just the average guy with average intelligence from an average family could support a wife and kids. Like that was a very rare thing in history. It was like a complete anomaly. So we had some good years, and there's something about like society told everyone that you're entitled to this forever, and your kids are entitled to this, and your grandchildren are entitled to this. And it's just not true. These things go in cycles. We had a pretty good run. That run is over. And now it's just like, any country in decline or that has scarce resources and ways to make a living. Only the top will win, and women have to be very strategic because if they don't choose wisely, they and their kids could starve. So it's not even about looks anymore. It's not about any of those things. But we also live in a very degenerate, immoral, like disgusting society that, like, you know, so women not only are going after people that they don't find attractive for money, but they're also like openly cheating on them because they're like, yeah, I just married this person for money. And society also says that I can be a skank. So I'm going to go on the dating apps and do shit on the side. So it's like everything, like, I don't think anybody is really happy. I just don't see like how it plays out in anyone's favor right now. Well, nobody's really starving because we have cheap, poisonous food that makes everybody swollen and huge. Oh, God. Okay. So, what do you think?
Well, I get the point that you made earlier on about women going for guys before they make it big. And yeah, you may have more in common that way. If you're going to look at it strategically, especially if the woman's going to be one of those, like, you know, I'm going to be the stay-at-home wife. I'm going to be making the kids and looking after the kids, raising the family. He's going to be the provider. And if you get him before he's like super successful, I think the problem is when you look at things like Akaash's case, once he's made it successful, if he's gotten big and he's grown in what it is that he's doing, but you haven't grown in your duty, that's when the problems come around. Because
what
it's
is the
very,
duty of the woman?
if that's the thing, like she needs to be looking after the family, raising kids. And if she hasn't given him babies at this point, and if she's not raising kids and being a good mother, but she's like, well, no, I'm going to also have my own business. So no. That's not your role. Okay.
I
And
mean,
if you are going to say that you're going to have your own business, then your business needs to grow alongside his. And if you're like, well, I'm just making videos and I've got a following, well, how much money are you making? If you're not making the same kind of money that he's making, then knock that shit off and start popping out kids.
oh my God.
What?
All right. I had to put Sim Pierce on timeout. He's being a disrespectful douche again.
Oh, is that guy here? Oh, yeah. Shit. I've seen some of his comments. Yeah. Simp, you can knock that shit off. We know he loves us. For somebody who bitches and moans that fucking much. And Simp's a dude, right?
Allegedly.
He's a guy. Okay. Yeah. For somebody who bitches and moans that much, he sure does watch you a lot.
I know. Anyways.
Panelverse, nah, that guy can fuck off and die.
He's on timeout and he knows better. Okay.
He just talks so much shit because he wants to be led on, but he won't be because he's cost Cat too many hours.
I know, so many. So, anyways,
and also he's retarded.
Well, aren't we all?
Legitimately, though. I mean, he's like he's one of those real retards.
Well,
he can go away. To be fair, I'm sorry, we don't have any windows here for him to lick.
Okay. So, but do you think like he's right to say, look, you know, she caught me before I was successful, you know, so you can't say shit because, you know, she saw it and she stuck around, so she deserves it.
Why? What did she do for it, though?
She gave him
sex.
Yes.
While he was writing comedy.
Yeah, while he didn't have anything going for him, so technically.
Well, I'm sorry. No, your vagina doesn't earn interest like that. Oh, is this true?
I don't know.
She left him at one point?
Where did you find this? I have not seen this, and I've looked everywhere.
Why she left him at one point? Are we saying she cheated on him at one point?
Maybe they broke up or something.
They were on a break. Yeah.
Well, she needed her last hurrah. Look.
It would be interesting if she left him and then got back together with him when he just started taking off.
I mean,
Do your homework, Kat. Find out.
I couldn't find that. I don't know what she's talking about. Where is this? Send me a link. I'm interested.
But you said
Okay,
that
hold
they
on.
got together.
She left him at the lowest point. She has a TikTok saying it was hard and his mom was supporting him. So basically, like, was this when he like had income problems? So they broke up? I mean, if that's true, you know.
If she left him then that means that after all of this, if she left him at his lowest point, that means that that means that she was not a virgin when they got together, because we know that. I'm sorry, there was no way she was a virgin. So she lied to him. And on top of that, he can't even say she's his ride or die, because she fucking left him at his low point. This really doesn't look good. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't think if this is true, then like that's another layer, which is telling me that no, she wasn't there with you at your lowest point. She literally broke up with you. And then she waited for things to get better for you. And then she saw, oh, no, he's probably going to make it now. Let me zoom back in before he does so I could be there. Right?
Yeah.
But then if relationships are transactional now, is this a bad thing?
Well, this takes me back to like that whole idea of men bring more to the relationship than women do. You know, like who brings more to the table? Like, and people will say women do, some people say men do, some people say it's equal. I believe it's equal, but they each have different things. The only reason I believe it's equal is because I don't think you can quantify exactly what women bring and exactly what men bring. I think that because you can't measure it, the only way that you can discuss it is with the notion of like, look at it when you're going for a job, right? Some people work at a job where they feel they're getting ripped off. They're like, I don't get enough for what I'm doing here. So leave. Find another job where you feel you get paid what you're worth, or you're getting paid more than what you're worth. Okay. If you're at a job where you're getting paid more than what you're worth, or you feel that, right? Maybe your employer thinks, I like this guy working for me. Okay. And he doesn't think that he's paying you what you're worth, right? Which means that like he thinks he's getting a good end of the deal. You think you're getting a good end of the deal. Right? So when it gets to that, that means that neither one of you feel like you're fucking over the other person. Okay? You feel valued, they feel like they're getting a good deal. Right? Which means that in that scenario, you can say, we're both doing well here. This is kind of like an equal relationship. I don't ever feel like I'm doing too much or I'm not getting paid enough. And the employer doesn't feel like, why the fuck am I employing this guy? Why am I paying this guy? So in that scenario, like if you look at relationships that way, where you're never complaining, you never feel like, oh shit, she doesn't pull a weight around here. Like, oh, I've come home like, and everything looks like a shit sty. What has she been doing all day? Right? And she never feels like you're lazy, like you're not doing enough. She never feels like, oh, he's a brokey, he's not bringing home enough. Like, why don't we have enough for a holiday this year? If that's the scenario you're in, then in that respect, like you're both doing the same. But the thing is that he doesn't seem to feel this way about her. He's saying good shit about her. He's defending her. But whenever I've seen him, like I saw some of the videos you put up last time and I've watched a little bit since then, I feel like he's just saying that to make himself look good. He doesn't want to look like somebody who's getting fucked over. He's trying to convince himself. He's not trying to convince us.
Okay, hold on. What do you think, Cheeks?
I think you guys are talking about the wrong shit completely. This is not about oh, what's up, Damon? My N-word.
What's up?
Man, I miss you, bro.
I miss you
too, man. But I don't have very much time, so I'm gonna just keep it nice and simple. I think you guys are talking about the wrong things. This is not about whether she's a gold digger. This is all about the disrespect she's done to him, making him look really bad. That's all.
Well, we spoke about that before.
Yeah, that's all. But all he's trying to do is cover that up with his sympathy, you know, or is it empathy? I guess I don't know. My American is a little off at the moment, but yeah, you know, that's what it's all about, man. All he's trying to do is hide that bullshit, trying to make amends of everyone roasting him. But in fact, it's not really too much of a roast. When in fact, even like the big content creators, they're not even trying to roast him. They're trying to like literally help him out of this fucked up situation that his bitch wife put him in.
Okay. What would you tell him?
But wait. I like what Sheik said there, though, because that is a thing with guys. We will never roast a guy for being with a girl who's a worthless hoe. But we try to open his eyes to it. It turns into roasting. It turns into roasting when the guys legitimately ignore all the advice. When it's plain as day, if the evidence is there, we'll have sympathy for a guy. If he got cheated on by his girl, we're like, dude, she cheated on you. We saw it, right?
Yeah.
If he's like, no, I don't believe it. And like we next time we find out that dude is like screwing his girlfriend again, if we bring the dude over and be like, look, this guy's fucking your girl right now, and he walks into the room and he sees it. If he chooses to forgive her and go back to it, that's when it's going to turn to roasting.
Yeah, I have good enough friends to tell me whether a bitch that I'm seeing is a hoe or not, and they're always honest with me. They always have been. I remember back in my simpy little days, I swear to God, dude, I would be like, nah, she's a good girl. Man, these guys are always right. We just have like a little slut detective. We're like, yeah, she's only temporary, bro. It's just your turn kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's just
she's
more than
a good girl
now.
to everybody.
Huh?
I said she's a good girl to everybody.
Yeah, it's just she's not your girl. It's just your turn, dude. That's all it is, bro. Like, you know, we have this thing with my buddies that I travel with in Colombia. You know, we always fuck around or like, you know, we tell the girls, you know, lie to us, tell us you love us, you know, just for the weekend, just lie to me, baby. Tell me we're everything you ever dreamed of, you know. And then we just go back, you know, back home and all happy is what I would say.
The girlfriend experience. Tell me you're pregnant.
Dude, bro,
Tell me you're pregnant and then you're going to get an abortion.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, in Colombia, dude, they don't even give us the girlfriend experience. They give us the wife experience. Like they go above and beyond.
What does that look like? Because what am I not doing? Because
it's pretty easy. Like
she took him to meet the family.
Are you freaking kidding me? Like,
I
is
would
that
never
like a
do
thing?
But I've even had girls take me to their families, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a little much. But
for a girl that you're just fucking on the weekend and that's it.
Yeah, dude. Even girls that I do like regularly hit on up, you know, and then they're like, oh, I want you to meet my family because you've been so good to me. And I'm like, no, I'm good. So it's like I'm not like that, you know. I'm like their favorite guy, and I already know they're probably banging one or two other dudes on the side. It's like, yeah, I'm good, you know, just keep having fun.
So those girls in Colombia though, like how long was that like brief girlfriend experience? How long was that?
I mean, how much money you got? No, I'm just kidding. But some of them some of them are, you know, the hookers. Yeah, they can give you the wife experience, you know, for like, I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, like the girls over there, the mids, they're like that are 6s or 7s over there. You bring them to fucking America, they're like 9s immediately or 8 at minimum. They're just so hot. A lot of guys will never, you know, experience that unless they go to South America, Colombia, or anywhere, right? But then you have the regular girls. Like I've had regular actual chick friends who, you know, obviously I never paid for, and it's very rare. I've done it before, sure. I'm not ashamed to say it, but yeah, everyone has cat. Fuck. Don't let anyone lie to you otherwise. But I've actually had girlfriends, right, where I never cared, you know, to like, you know, they never asked me for a dime or nothing, and then the best thing they would do, or I would do for them, is just having them stay at my Airbnb. Like I stayed in Colombia for like 6-7 months out of a time, you know, while I was working out there. And bro, my balls were drained out every fucking day. They were cooking.
Were these girls homeless?
No, they weren't homeless. You know, they were.
Okay.
Nah, dude. Trust me, they were not homeless. Some of these
Okay,
girls, I actually dated, unbeknownst to me, like a fucking narco type chick. I didn't even know that. I only found out because this chick was
You had
literally
to pull a
buying me.
brick of cocaine out of her vagina before you fucked her.
No, not at all. There
Oh,
was like,
okay.
no drugs were involved. I'm telling you, like, but she was buying me shit that I was like, whoa, this looks a little pricey, you know. And then like she actually paid for my Airbnb for a month, and I was staying in very nice Airbnb.
Right. I'm so
fuck is
proud of
going
Cheeks
on?
right now. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of Cheeks. He was a kept man by a narco chick.
I did not know she was a narco until like I started noticing some habits. Like she has 2 cell phones. I'm like, oh man, this girl's holding around. She's pulling my heartstrings. You know, I don't have a heart, a big heart for these nice feminine women. They like to keep me, drained out. You know,
You came home from the shops and she's just doing a drug deal in your Airbnb, and you're just
no drug
like,
deals. No drug deals were involved, and especially in my Airbnb, I didn't want to deal with any of that fucking drama. I found out like she told me to hand her phone, and I already knew she had 2 cell phones, and she said one was for work. I did not realize her work was like illegal, like narco type shit. And the only reason why I found out because I saw her screen, which is locked, and she's telling, and then someone's needing a certain amount of drugs. I'm like, and I'm Latino and I speak Spanish very fluently and I read fucking language very fluently. I'm like, girl, oh man, this is some dangerous shit. I'm not gonna bail you out if you get into fucking trouble. She's like, no, baby, I swear to God, dude, that was honestly that in itself kind of scared me.
She was talking to you like Scarface, but she's Scarface. Like, no, don't worry, I'll look after you.
I'm not even fucking around, dude. That puts a fucking scare into someone like me who doesn't deal with that kind of bullshit, and I definitely want to steer away from that bullshit. So I'm like, yeah, well, I had to end it very amicably. She didn't want to end it amicably. She just decided to go full, angry Latina when I moved back or went back to the States, obviously. But anyways, the whole point is women are just a little bit better by a lot, actually, than any American woman. You can see from Akaash's example of a bitch wife. That's just, yes, dude, I'm telling you, man, like that's a majority of a lot of these online hoes. But the thing is, the really good women, they're not going to be, terminally online like crazy. You have a lot of those girls. Like today, I started arguing with some Twitter Christian e-thought. She went fucking bananas on me just because I gave her, some constructive criticism. I wasn't even like making fun of her. I wasn't even insulting her.
What
was what was it?
Mm-hmm. She was just tone policing men, how men should behave. Typical fucking feminist, covert feminist on the Christian circle, sewing circle bitches, right? And I literally did not insult her or anything. I just went, did my thing because I'm already shadow banned like pretty heavily on Twitter right now. So I had to refuse, I had to, not say, my favorite F word, N words, any racial, anti-homosexual, things that I like to regularly say. I didn't say it even on here. Chill out. I'm not going to destroy your platform. I'm not fucking imperious. All right. At least I respect other people's, platforms. When you're on my Rumble, anything goes, as everyone knows. But I'm not gonna disrespect you guys on that shit. But anyways, long story short, I just gave her some constructive criticism, being honest. She didn't like that. She started throwing some Bible verses at me. I'm like, I'm not a Bible thumper, but I'll give you my favorite Bible verse. First, Nuclear Cadillo, Pearl's boyfriend. Him and I, we're friends. Like we're actually like friends. And he's the one who posted something up, and then a bunch of Bible verses. But I have to, hit her back with my favorite Bible verse, 1 Timothy 2:12. If you guys are not familiar with that one, basically, when a man talks, you don't say anything, right? You stay in silence. And that's what I did. She got really offended and, butthurt. And so she started, coming at me. And I have Christian nationalists on my profile. Mm-hmm. So she immediately looks at that shit. And my name is Beaten Cheeks Berto. And she's like, what kind of a Christian man does this? I'm like, first of all, I never said I'm like some Bible thumping Christian. I'm like the biggest sinner of all Christianity. And I have Christian in quotes because I don't really follow the most ethical, Christian morals, and within the Bible. I like to fuck girls. I like to go meet women. I like to drink, I like to do cool things, that is very un-Christ-like. So who am I to fucking, judge anyone
does
about
Christ
that?
not like people who drink? I mean, this is a dude who turned water into wine. So I don't
True
really.
story.
Sorry?
True story. I said, you're right. True story.
Yeah. I didn't see anything in the Bible about not drinking.
Right. And then she decided, come at me, with some Bible verses, and someone else that likes me a lot, he decided to back me up on something. And I said, all right, well, I guess she doesn't respond back with the constructive criticism. So I said, this is why men can't be honest with you women, because you take our criticism as some kind of insult. So I feel like the best way to get anything back from you is by insulting you back. So I said, so I responded back, you know that one meme where it's like it's a line of men, and then a girl's bent over backwards, but there's a whole line, and then there's like a guy with flowers in the middle. I said, all right, tell me which one is your husband here before.
Oh my God.
And then tell me which one was a husband that took you off the pole, because she's an ex-stripper, mind you. And then, yeah, right. There's a girl trying to preach the word of the Lord and all this shit. And then I was like, tell me how big of a hypocrite you are on this stuff. She's like, Jesus can forgive you, but you know what? I don't even think he can even forgive you that much, because real man is not going to forgive any of that shit. So, and then that's when she started responding back to me, and then oh dude, I didn't realize until my buddies in this like private chat that I'm in, they're like, bro, you're gonna have a whole simp army come at you. Sure enough, I had her whole simp army came after me too. And then I'm just, dude, I'll just, I'll send it to you guys, man. It's pretty funny. And then I'm just responding back in my highly educated GED having ass, and throwing some big words at them to the point where they couldn't respond back. It said they had to use Grok AI to actually fucking break down what I was saying. I was like, are you serious? You guys are that fucking retarded? You're gonna let a fucking guy with a GED beat you guys in an argument here? This is fucking pathetic. So
I love it. I love it when that happens, though.
Yeah,
it's
man.
always the funniest. Like, if you say some shit to a chick who's got like those followers, and all of them like simping hard, trying to like white knight for her, like, it's hilarious. It's great. I've seen it a few times. Like, one time I even asked, I was like, "Are you gonna throw a bone to all these simps? Are you gonna fuck any of them because like how they're defending you? Like, who's gonna be the lucky one? Which one of these are not? Or are you gonna fuck them all?" Because if you're gonna be a hoe, right? It's like,
yeah, dude.
And some of them got flipped. I was like, asked her, like, there was one guy who's really defending. I was like, that I named the dude, and I was like, are you doing shit for that guy? Are you sending him nudes? Are you doing anything? And then he legit, one of them, I can't remember if it was the same guy, legit asked, like, you said you were going to send me some. I never got any.
Yeah,
So
dude, I know. You know what's crazy is that like people don't. Okay, like the reason why I don't have as big of a following as I should is because I'm constantly shadow banned, because I say a lot of mean words that so much for this free speech talk that fucking Elon says is not as much free speech. So
you say accurate words. It's just, some of them are words that people choose to be offended by.
Yeah, like I made a video on this like last week of like I didn't realize a lot of my messages weren't going through until I realized, I was getting massively reported by a whole bunch of people, and then like my Yahoo email just blows up in one thread. Like I have like 20 or 30 messages all in one email of everything that's been apparently like a hateful conduct. I'm like, dude, I don't even say anything bad here. Like, it's just people reporting me as hateful conduct.
Well, Kat got reported for just telling the truth.
Okay, stop. We're not talking about it. I'm not trying to get more problems.
No, not the thing that was hate speech. Not the thing that was hate speech, but like there was one thing, it wasn't hate speech, and we just pointed out that what was it?
I don't want to say. I'm afraid.
Ugly girls.
Yeah.
Ugly girls. We just said, like, in the industry, like whether it be gaming or movies or whatever, it's like the whole the sexualization of women, people complaining about women being sexualized. It's like it's only ugly chicks. It's only ugly chicks that complain. Women, like, casting in movies today, like, women are ugly. Most actresses in roles are ugly today just to make ugly bitches feel good about themselves. Like, Sydney Sweeney. She has a great body. But look at her face. She's mid.
Yeah,
she looks like somebody.
She's a hot mid, dude. She's a hot mid.
She's mid. She's got a good body, but like in the next 5 years, nobody's going to be looking at her. Right? As soon as those things start sagging, people are going to start looking at her face and realize She looks like somebody who ate paint chips when she was a kid, right? Her eyes don't open fully. She looks constantly like she's getting like secondhand, like, I don't know, like she's smoking something she shouldn't be smoking. And yeah, that doesn't look good. You look a little bit like you, not like she's got Down syndrome, but maybe halfway Down syndrome. What?
Well, I think
What?
Sydney Sweeney is she's not mid, you guys. She's above.
She's mid.
She's
She's
90s mid.
Listen to what she sounds like. She's got the vocal fry thing going on. She sounds like she's been dropped on her head when she was a kid. Put her next to somebody who's legit beautiful, and then you'll realize the only thing she's got going for her is her body. And legit, okay, yeah, her body is banging. She's got a great body. She really does. And I think there's also that thing that people find her more attractive than she is because she seems like a decent person. She's based, and also she's not afraid to laugh and smile. She's one of those actresses who, like, she doesn't try to look like she's constantly got some trauma going on.
Yeah,
right?
and you know
she's
what?
happy to smile.
And by the way, guys, take what I say with if you guys like white chicks, which I do not. I'm I like my big booty Latinas. So obviously that I'm going to be very biased on that. So I guess if you like white chicks, take my opinion with a grain of salt. I think for a white girl, she's not bad, but she's not my type. And, she's a mid to me. I would rate her as like at best 5, but she's not ugly. She's not ugly. I give her that, but that's all it is.
I like white chicks, and
white
chicks, and I'll say she isn't a great looking white chick. She's got an awesome body. Her body's great. You got that phrase in America, butterface, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a great body.
Yeah, I don't think she's a butterface. I think that might be a little too much. I think she has a mid face.
You guys are crazy.
But anyways, let's go back to this Akaash shit real quick.
Okay.
If you could put like somebody like I don't know, like somebody like when she was younger, Natalie Portman, or like or for example, like what's her name? The Australian chick, Margot Robbie. Her face on Sydney Sweeney's body, like then it's good.
I like asses, bro. Like fat fucking asses. That's what I like.
Just find any girl with a good body and then just start feeding her.
White girls just don't have that. I'm not saying all. I would say 98% of white chicks don't have that. I have found that one of the 2% girls that did have that, and I kept her for a while. So let me tell you, it was great. But back to like the Kosh thing. Mm-hmm. I think, dude, that dude needs to divorce. I would, eat my losses, fucking divorce a bitch. She's gonna, wipe him out. I'd say, fuck it. He makes good enough money.
Okay. But be honest. What do you think he can get to replace her that's better?
Are you serious? He's fucking famous. He can get anyone he wants.
Yes.
Literally.
I'm just saying, like the average woman that's gonna be with him.
What she's trying to say is, but he's Asian though.
The fuck? Who gives a fuck? He's a fucking ugly dot.
She's trying to be like,
look. I'm trying to be
She's trying to say Akaash is an Asian dude. Like, who can he get? Like, that's what she's trying to say. Like, if he tries dating out of that category, who can he get? Like, yeah, you're a comedian. You've got money. You make good money. You make comedian money, but you look like an Uber driver. Yeah. So that's what Kat's trying to say. She's being too nice.
Yeah, I think, I'm just gonna tell you, he's an ugly little dot, but guess what? That doesn't matter when you have money and status, bro.
I feel like it's not enough money or not enough status.
Even if it's not, he doesn't have to get the hottest girl. He doesn't have to have the hottest girl.
He doesn't want to lower what he's
but look, if you get a white dude who's broke, and then you say, oh, hey, look, I can set you up with this girl, and then you show him somebody like Ilhan Omar, right? She's loaded. The guy would still be like, nah, I'm good. I'll find a place to sleep tonight.
I don't know if he's too broke. Maybe if he's too broke, I think he might consider it. But yeah, I get what you mean. He doesn't give a fuck, right?
Yeah, I think I've been thinking about this. I've been really thinking about this. I don't think he's gonna do better. And I think we're being very mean.
No, we're being very, with constructive criticism. It's not being mean.
Yeah, but like, what if he takes our advice and leaves her, loses half of his money because there's no prenup? Now he's less wealthy, right?
He'll be all right.
I don't know.
He ain't a bit. I gotta give credit where credit's due. He knows how to make money. He'll be all right. He'll get it all back. So he's
But
not a
comedians are notorious. Comedians are notorious for banging chicks after gigs.
yeah, and not
Like,
only
you
that,
get so
but
much.
yeah, they're funny. Well, I don't find him funny, but he's gonna always find a chick. Like even she can be hotter than him, and that'll treat him well. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, she can be a liberal feminist, but at least she'll be able to cook and clean. She admitted it. She doesn't even do any of that shit. Like, what the fuck good is she?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've dealt with fucking girls that are mids that are way fucking more useful to me than anything, more than her feminist dumbass ever was.
That's the most disrespectful thing I think she did, because she openly bragged like, I don't listen to him, I don't do any shit for him, but he still wants me and I'm still gonna be here. Like, it's like, whoa, like,
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I
how
can't
fucking
tolerate.
entitled are you?
Yeah, I couldn't tolerate that kind of disrespect. Like, if just, I already get mad enough if not that this ever happened, but if I ever hear my women ever call me their partner, I'm already done with that. Like, oh, really? So I guess you got to be splitting the bills then on everything, right? Partner? Like, that's already disrespectful, let alone half the shit that she says. Oh, hell the fuck no, the disrespect. Man, that is never gonna fucking happen. No fucking way, man. Any man, no real man would tolerate that, and he can be as simpy as he wants, but he's fucking hurt. His fucking self-esteem is so hurt. He had to fucking go and say that shit.
This is something we spoke about the other week, and in the comment that's just been put up by GTGT, yeah, it's because, and this is what I said last week, I'm all for guys wanting to save it until marriage, if it's for religious reasons or for that thing. If that's what you're willingly doing and you think that that's something that's going to help you feel better, then great. But the thing you got to realize is, if you find a chick like this girl who can manipulate you, you're not going to be prepared to deal with that. So he's staying with her. Yeah, it's partly simp vibes, but it's also, I think, because he thinks it's his duty to make this work. I think that if he believes in God or some higher power, and he thinks like, well, look, I believe in the sanctity of this kind of relationship, I saved myself for this chick. You're putting her on a huge pedestal and you're willing to tolerate any shit because you think it's your job as the man to make it work and to kind of please her and satisfy her and do all this shit. It's like, but you're too immature because you haven't had those kinds of relationships before. You're too immature to realize that it's a two-way street. She's got to do the same shit back. And she's clearly not doing that. So you've got to fucking broom her. Like,
I'm not. Yeah, I don't, dude. I don't know. My lack of patience in a lot of these Americanized women and basically modern women. I don't have that patience anymore. I haven't had it in like 5 years. Like, I just went on a fucking date like 4 days ago. Went on a coffee date. She's a pretty hot white chick, and I'm like, man, I keep giving these white girls a chance, and they just keep blowing it. And so I met her when I was out at Publix, and I like to talk to women anywhere. I don't give a fuck because I don't do dating apps. And if anything, dating apps have helped me greatly because everyone's like terminally online. Where the point where I can talk to women so easy in real life, right? And not being fat and like being a mid kind of guy, I think I do all right. So, anyways, I asked, I first time I ever seen her, and then I just said, that's a good looking watermelon, because we're in the fruits and veggies aisle. And she looked at me kind of weird and she started laughing at me. I'm pretty sure if I was ugly, she would not have laughed. And then we just started small chat. And then I'm like, oh, how are you? My name's Berto. She's like, oh, do you live around here? I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of new to the neighborhood. She's like, I would like to see if you like to grab some coffee. She looks at me kind of weird. She's like, okay, we can do that. Mind you, I don't know her age or nothing. I just think she's attractive. We meet up for coffee. Immediately, she just goes, I get the coffee, and then she's like, so what are you looking for in a woman? We're like, oh, I'd like to set my boundaries kind of immediately.
Big ass.
Dude, I literally go, I set my boundaries immediately. I don't want a woman that, I hate feminists, and I don't want a boss babe. So whatever woman I'm going to be with, she's going to be retired, and I want to have lots of kids. So no bossing me around, and women should learn their duties. She's like, really? That's a little misogynistic, don't you think? I go,
And no white chicks.
and she, well, I didn't say that, obviously. So, but I'm trying to give these white women a chance, right? 'Cause she was pretty hot. And so she goes, that was very misogynistic. And I go, can you please define misogyny and rephrase that and how you just defined that to me, please? She's like, and then she's like, well, you clearly have a distaste for women having to work. I go, no, actually, you again incorrectly used that word. Misogyny is the hatred of women. If I hated women, I would be gay and have bud sex with men, not asking pretty women out like you. Meaning I'm giving you a chance to see my worldview, and then I want to compare it to yours. She's like, oh, what are you? Are you one of those debate bro kind of people, red pill? I'm like,
Yes,
oh
she
my
got
God. I was like, this has nothing to do with that. I'm just setting my boundaries. Do you have an issue with men having boundaries? If you do, we can end this coffee date. She's like, yes. I'm like, all right, well, good thing I'm not paying for this $8 latte for you. And she just immediately leaves. Like, I have no issues with women, fucking leaving. Like, and then guess what? Remember, we already met up. We already have our numbers, exchanged numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And she just texted me tonight.
What'd she say?
She's like, hey, are you busy this weekend? I'm like, I thought you hated misogynist. So she's like, look, you were a little. She goes, look, you're very aggressive. I've never had men talk to me that way. So I'm leaving.
Aggressive.
And then I was
you
like,
should have replied, I haven't even hit you yet.
Yeah, I haven't responded back. I'm kind of one of those guys that's gonna leave her on red. So I'm gonna respond back tomorrow after I go out with the boys tonight. So yeah. So it's it's pretty simple work, and I know she liked it. I know she didn't want to hate me for it, and I'm definitely gonna fuck her. So I'm not too worried about that. I didn't even ask her for her age, mind you, or if she has kids. So I'm just, because I don't jerk off. I just figured, she's someone I can, use her mouth on my penis.
Oh my God.
So maybe she can jerk me off with her asshole. Who knows what kind of tricks and she's into. But anyways, she, women like that, and I can tell she's never had that, And mind you, I'm not even a good-looking dude. I'm like a man. For all I know, she, if anything, by the way, how do you guys like my mugshot I posted up on here?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. I posted that purposely only because the fact that it's been almost 10 years since that mugshot. Pretty proud, I haven't been in jail for a long time.
Wow.
You look pretty in that mugshot. You look like you got a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy. Can't you tell, man? Dude, man, speaking of mugshots, I about a week ago someone tried to fucking dox me, which I'm all for. I love when people dox me. Now I live in the state of Florida, very two-way friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And I have lots of guns, and I love my pistols, and I haven't shot them in a few months. So someone tried to dox me on Twitter. He tried to act like he was a hacker because I have my name in my fucking profile. So if you look it up, you can see what I own property-wise, LLCs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, prior. And what he did not know is that you can pull up my police records, obviously. Mm-hmm. And this guy was talking mad shit. And then he tried to, put up my police, arrest as of some, fucking gotcha. I'm like, bro. And then he started, toning down his, his voice a little bit. Because when he saw drug charges, bar fights and, all this shit. Yeah, he thought I was some thug, not to be fucked with. So then he brought up my address, and I'm like, "Hey, man, you're all welcome. To come over here, but once you're within 100 yards of my property, I would love to give the lead treatment out to somebody. That'll be magnificent. I've never tested this out on a human being. I would like to see how it works out on your behalf if you like. You're all more than welcome to try. So I'm still waiting." So I'm waiting. I have cameras everywhere, so I'm within my rights to exercise my 2A. So trespassing is very forbidden in any red state, that's very 2A friendly. So
Didn't Florida pass some laws to stop doxing and stuff?
I'm not familiar with that.
Or is that like what's it called when
Well,
like
if you're allowed to shoot people that trespass on your property, then I don't think there really needs to. It's like, yeah, they can.
It kind of speaks for itself.
wait, they made it illegal to do swatting, so now the person has to give their name and information, and if it's not true, they go to jail.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
That's new? Oh, I didn't know. I haven't heard about
That's pretty smart.
That's pretty good, actually. I like
Mhm.
that. I like that. I like that new law. That's actually, I'm all for that. And yeah, because I know a lot of big content creators, even fucking Grid One got swatted.
I
He's
know.
not even that
ridiculous.
big, you know. But I wouldn't have been surprised if
Well, he is big, but like, yeah.
Ah!
No. Oh, you thought I was body shaming. I just meant to say he has got a following.
Oh man, no, but
yeah, that too.
Yeah, man, but no, yeah, I'm not even a big guy, but a lot of people, the reason why a lot of people respond to me is because I have big followers that follow me. Like I have fucking before even Andrew Wilson got big, him and I were already following each other when he had like single digit, fucking following and shit. And Pearl and all them. I have the big. I even have fucking like people in office. Ron DeSantis even follow me, dude. Fucking
nice.
and like, yeah, dude.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I don't know how. Like I say a lot of anti-Jewish Jewry type shit. More like anti-Israel. I don't hate Jews especially. I have a lot of Jewish followers now, believe it or not. It's kind of weird.
Because they like to watch you to make sure, like, if you say anything, they know who to go.
Yeah, no, I think these are cool Jews, man. But yeah, but a lot of people ask why don't I have a bigger following? I'm like, well, it's pretty easy because I'm shadow banned, dude. Like that, I might reach
can't control your mouth. Yes.
Well, I told myself I'm not gonna say any N words, F words for at least 2 to 3 weeks. But it's so hard not to when I'm being baited into all these spaces, and I'm glad. You guys are not familiar with what's been happening on Twitter lately.
What?
Elon, put the whole location thing up, where people are originated from, these big, content, followers and shit.
Yeah.
A lot of these fucking dots and packies on there. And I'm like, that's not racist. Damn, dude.
Oh my God. I just asked for one stream without it and immediately.
It was not racist at all. Shit.
No, but I know. Like there was a whole bunch of. There was like a lot of like women who were like pretending to be like red pill trad women, and it's like some tacky guy.
Yeah, dude.
It's like come on.
Yeah, dude. That's actually been getting me some pretty good reach, even though with the limited reaching I have. And then I just post their location, and then people are like, oh damn. And then like some girl that we follow, she's a big like space talker. She posted on there like, oh man, I feel bad for all the guys that thought these were women and sending them dick pics. I'm like, fuck, I'm one of those guys. I was just joking, obviously. I was like, man, I've been sending all these unsolicited, dick pics to all these chicks. And then everyone started laughing at that. And one guy actually thought I was being for real. And then he's like, what a fucking simp. I'm like, oh God, he must be new to this space. So, and then, yeah, man. So I just gotta meme people out, if they're being simps. I have a nice, meme that says, simp spotted, with a person, a cat pointing their fingers at them and shit. That's one of my favorite memes, I don't have to say anything. And there's another one. I cannot say this one, unfortunately. But it says, it's either with, I'm not going to say it, relax, but it has Steven Crowder, how he has, changed my mind, him on a table with that. Mine says, oh fuck, I kind of already forgot it. Hold on. I already have, dude, it's already going semi-viral with this. Hold on. It says, okay, trans women are just retarded F words. Change my mind. That's it. I didn't say anything TOS, man. Jeez, you can say retarded now on YouTube. Oh, man.
Thank God.
By the way, speaking of now the F word, you guys see, the whole, Tucker Carlson and
let's not say the word, Pierce, but yes.
But damn, that was hilarious.
Oh wait, I don't know about that. What was that?
That sounds literally like whenever I'm on stream with any of you fuckers, like say the word cat. Come on, are you scared?
No, we won't. Don't worry, we won't say it. But what happened? Because I
Are
missed
you
that
being
part.
serious? Are you serious? Are you being serious?
I'm serious. I don't know about that. What happened?
I'll send it to you on Discord right now.
Thank you.
So you don't. I don't have to say it, but it's basically exercising your free speech in England, and how people are being jailed like pretty heavily right now in England. So now, I'm sending you 2 parts, right? I'm sending you a very, very short version and the form that brought up to that short version of this clip. So
Okay.
it's loading into your okay, it's loaded now in your Discord. If you go ahead and check it out.
I'm on my phone right now. So
you still check it out on your phone.
Okay, let's have a look. If I drop off, I'll join back.
Yeah. But anyways, but we kind of went off, base here with, off this Akaash being a simp. But anything that's going on to Akaash right now, we are just giving him constructive criticism so he can watch his back. But unfortunately, he's not giving in. He's gonna simp. And you know what? Once a simp, I guess kind of like him, is always a simp. But I used to be a pretty big simp until like 2019.
So what stopped you from being all simpy?
Reading.
What kind of books?
I actually read 2 books. The Game and believe it or not, The Rational Male. So yeah, I was pretty amazed by that.
So what was it on The Rational Male?
The whole the whole the women mental psyche, the manipulative, situations that a lot of women have done to men and their, previous relationships, why men feel a certain way, certain things like that. He goes into vivid detail with a lot of studies of how a lot of women are, right? And I'm like, damn, this is like a lot of my ex bitches that fucking did this to me. And then they had me under a pussy pedestal, right? And they would manipulate me with the great sex they would offer me. But they wouldn't really offer me anything really of value, right? Because I didn't give a shit about a women's body count and all this other stuff. I just give a fuck about, how good a woman's vagine was in my mouth. That's all I really cared about. Now, honestly, when men step outside of that boundary, and I was very I was definitely never sex deprived, but I was a porn addict at the time. Like I would just jerk off all the time. So I had to get my mind off that shit. So I had to I went cold turkey from watching porn. I had to, I haven't jerked off since 2019, and it's been great. And so reading these books, upon some other, books that, that I had, that's what got me into, really seeing what the fuck, how wrong I was about women. And I thought, all women were, saints, they couldn't do no harm kind of thing. It was that bad, and I was a bit of a feminist. I mean, let's be honest. I still am a big feminist, I advocate for women to be in the oil rigs, I advocate for women to be, in these dangerous, positions, that, lack any women into these fields. I'm a big proponent. I'm all for trans women being in male sports. So you can't call me transphobic. I'm all for that. I love seeing a trans woman in boxing beating the fuck out of these poor women that voted for this. That makes me feel really bad. So, that's all. But anyways, just reading into that, the women's psyche, and the way that I was very mentally weak on women was, it was a big burden that I had, because I was kind of making up for the lack of pussy I got majority of my life for how easy it was when I started being very self-made. So I was like, damn, man, I was being played, man, So yeah, I got red pilled, but I wouldn't call myself like a red pillar. I just got, in touch with my reality, or I would say the reality. So I'm what you call red pill adjacent, So, and that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's no different.
I didn't hear what you guys were saying the last couple of minutes, but I watched that video. It's I fucking love Tucker again.
Oh, dude, he didn't give a fuck, and I love it. So, in case you guys want to know, another few books that made me feel more, in touch with the reality
Mhm.
was like what got me, because I've been, also be a lot like a big heavy burden also, even because I had to like be careful with not my tone, but the way I approach women, was because I've been falsely accused of SA. So I had to read into that as well. Like for example, I had to read like the feminism type of ordeals that the Rational Male spoke about, because I wasn't very well educated on feminism. And he touches on it, really well, but not really define it at all. So I had to read about feminism. So I read like a book, called The Feminist Lie by Bob Lewis. If you guys don't know, check it out. It goes into very vivid detail on, feminism, but again, it's not as, the history on feminism. So I read another book, what I thought would be the one that really hit me the most was The Occult Feminism by Rachel Wilson, before me and the Wilsons became BFFs. That really woke me the fuck up. And at like, also I had to like, because you can't just read and really like not, you can understand it, but you got to kind of like fact check what readers have, right? You can't just take everything by their word. But the way Rachel did her research, I also did my research. She literally states every stat in that book of everything she says. And I'm like, holy shit, this is really good. We're talking about like the Rockefeller, Rockefeller Foundation, the Marxism ideology that stemmed, because feminism wasn't like, it was like a spiritual like thing that only became politically heavy once it got funded by the CIA via the Rockefeller Foundation type shit. That's when it really got ramped up. It was insane. Yes, Panelverse knows that shit. So that, and then it touches, the spirituality behind it, and that a lot of women actually were actually against this shit before the whole women's liberation in the 40s or in the 50s and 60s, because a lot of women actually fucking voted against it. But once the Rockefellers came in with those big billions, they said, fuck it, we're going to spread this propaganda. And now here we are with that shit, man. So
it's just like, all this we've got to do is just think realistically, who's happy with everything that feminism has given? Like, which women are happy with it? And what exactly do they love about it?
Women.
No. It doesn't matter. Like, for example, the chick that
I have to be leaving here in like a few minutes, FYI.
No worries.
I know, yeah, but I was just going to say, the chick that you went for coffee with, right? If you meet up with her again, and if she raises that same issue about you being misogynistic just because you want a girl to not work and give you babies, right? Next time, if she brings that up, just say, okay, well, look, how about we flip it? You do all the work, you bring home all the money, and I'll just stay at home and raise kids. You happy with that?
Oh yeah, I already have, dude. That's like one of my favorite things. I like to respond back,
Yeah.
Like I'm always like, whenever they ask me, say you don't want women to work, I'm like, no, why would you? I'm providing all the money. Now I'm not no millionaire. Don't expect a fucking Ferrari or Porsche Cayenne, kind of thing. But we're gonna live a pretty good life, I think. You gotta give me. I don't say like verbatimly, you gotta give me this chance kind of thing. I like to, butter it up really well. I sell it pretty decently. So you can't just, I'm very, direct about it. I don't fuck around, and I don't have time to fuck around. So, but they kind of do have, time against them. So that's why I only go after women 18 and 24. I lowered it to 23, but 18, 23, baby, and I'm 38. I'm still dating 20-year-olds and 18-year-olds. I love it.
Oh my God.
I love the way they look. I can't deal with their fucking head though. Like, honestly, they are so fucking dumb nowadays.
Damon, man, let me ask you this though. What do you like? This is one of my favorite questions a lot of people ask in regards to the age gap. What does an 18-year-old woman have in common with a 38-year-old man? I get this asked a lot. Or even a 20-year-old. Shane, we'll even push it to 23-year-old. What do we have?
I think the frequency at which they like to fuck.
Sure.
18-year-old girls don't have headaches. 18-year-old girls don't have headaches.
No.
When women get older, they get tired, they get lazy, they don't have the energy.
Listen. Think of it less intelligently. Let's lower the IQ levels here a little bit. You're thinking a little too smart and outside the box. It's very simple. You know what we have in common?
Go ahead.
Nothing. You don't have anything in common. What? And then we don't have anything in common. But what do I have in common with a 37, 38-year-old, or even a woman in her 30s? What do we have in common upon meeting a woman? Nothing. We don't have anything in common. That's why you get to know people, see if you guys are a match for, pair bonding and also having a family. Basically, the common goal that you should have between the two of you, not just initial attraction, but whether they are compatible to grow old together and have a family. That's the common goal that they both should have. And of course, to fuck a lot, obviously. I have a very high libido and my testosterone is fucking awesome. So there's, this woman, as long as she doesn't get fat or ugly, I trust me, she's going to get it. And I don't have her. I'm not the cheating type. And I'm a one woman man, believe it or not. When I find a good girl, I don't need to just keep me dry, keep my belly full. That's all, man. Then I don't need to go out of my way. I can still go out with the boys. I may look, but as long as she's keeping me dried out, I don't need anything outside of my relationship with my woman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So could I probably do it? I'm sure I've been in situations like that many times, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm dry, dude. I tell my buddies that. They didn't know that in the beginning. Like, you're dry. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, oh, fucking Caitlin just dried me up, bro. Like, oh, okay. So, and I hang out with a lot of guys that are either married or in relationships. So I don't really hang out with a bunch. I'm like the only DJ in my group of friends. So a lot of guys are always asking me, hey, man, how's Colombia? What kind of girl's sitting on your face or farting on your face this weekend? I'm like, I got Maria over here, just doing shit, some wild shit on me. She's doing fucking doggy squats tonight. She didn't go to the gym because I told her not to. So I told her to be ready to be gymming it up in the bedroom kind of thing. Anyways, I got to get going.
Jesus.
Hey, look, I kept it pretty light and humorous a little bit,
Yes.
So I give you guys a little flair, and I just want to say hi.
You didn't say the N-word. Well done, buddy.
We're good. We're good with that. We're
man.
appreciative.
Nah, I don't need to say it on Cat's stream. I'll respect her boundaries on that. It's not my platform to say, even though I love saying my beloved N-word, but I'm not going to do it.
Cat should have a pass to say it because,
Oh, 100%. I think white people should say it. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I have black friends literally that are like, we don't give a fuck. Just don't lynch us.
Oh my gosh.
Man, it's coming from my black buddies, man. I'm like, hey, man, I trust me. They're all for it, but they're just too scared. So it is what it is. Anyways, thanks, Kat. Appreciate it.
Cheeks, take care, buddy.
Take care, homie.
All right, man. I'll see you guys.
So, Cheeks is an interesting character.
Cheeks is awesome. Cheeks is awesome.
Yes. So, I was just thinking, what are some reasons that someone, going back to today's topic, what are some reasons that someone, when they first start dating someone, or they're, they really like someone, someone's really attractive, what are some of the psychological things that would block them from recognizing that their partner could be possibly exploiting them for fame, connections, or some financial gain? What types of biases do you think somebody can build up for themselves?
Well, if you look at Akaash's case, obviously he thinks she's beautiful, right?
She's very, very pretty.
You can get away with a lot of devious shit if you look good. People will just think no, right? And obviously there's the whole idea of ignorance or lack of experience. So we know didn't have much experience getting into that relationship. I had a very close friend who was a bit older than me,
mm-hmm.
and they got cheated on in a relationship, and they had about 5 or 6, not super serious, but serious enough to get pretty physical relationships that were in the region of almost a year long before they got cheated on. And when they first got cheated on, they were like, oh, I never thought this could ever happen to me. I never thought this would happen to me, right? Because, like, you know, they were a great person, like, you know, really good looking. She was really pretty, like, you know, you know, and was, you know, like a decent person. But after that one experience, she suddenly started thinking back to previous relationships and suddenly started thinking, and it wasn't in a crazy paranoid way, oh, that she believed she got cheated on by this person and by this other person. It's like when you realize, like, oh shit, this stuff can happen, this bad stuff can happen in a relationship, right? These kind of betrayals, it does wise you up. So, and the same thing with like manipulation. I remember the first time I was with a chick who was really manipulative, and it really opened my eyes. And I suddenly started thinking, shit, I fell for this stuff before with this other girl and this other chick and this other chick. But he wanted to save himself. He ends up with this girl who just knows how to manipulate him in every single possible way and screw him over. And I think the fact that she knows that she can get away with it because she has been getting away with it has emboldened her. So I don't think things are going to get better for him. I think things are going to get a lot worse.
I don't know. I think like back when I had to date, because I wasn't married, back in the saddened days, everybody would cheat on people. It was like freaking crazy. Like the amount of times where like I barely got to know someone and they had already cheated on me. Like for girls, I don't know how it is for guys, but for girls, it's like if you're halfway cute, your girlfriends will be like frenemy-ish and they'll like try to like bang someone as soon as they find out you have a crush. So like there's this weird period of like
Hold up, Kat. Panelverse has been saying a lot of stuff in the chat.
Okay.
And buddy, like, don't think that way. Don't talk that way. It's good that you want to pay child support. It's good that you want to stick through for your kid and to do that stuff. But the whole idea of like, once that's done, it's over. Don't think that way. Okay? Don't let them win. There's no fucking point to let them win. You've got a kid. So even after you finish paying child support, at the very least, be there for your kid. Okay? And there's other shit out there. Like the best way, the best revenge is to live a good life, right? So if that person hurt you that bad and betrayed you that awfully, right? Where you feel like there's nothing worse, dude, the best way to not only get even but get back is to just be happy. You'll find somebody else. Find somebody else, live a good life with that person, be happy again. Don't let them know that they've taken everything from you, because that's even worse than the initial betrayal. That's them knowing that they hurt you and that they're carrying on living under your skin every single day until you can't take it anymore.
Yeah. And the reality is most, if not like every single person, but nearly every single person I know has been cheated on. And it's never like, it's never, you never get like used to it. You never get like, you know.
People get betrayed.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if it's that they slept with somebody else, any kind of betrayal like that, where you give yourself completely to somebody and you'll trust them and like, you're like, I'm going to build my life around you. And then they just betray that in any way. Like, honestly, when it happened to me once that I know of, and I think I've spoken about it before. As soon as I found out in the middle of the night, she was passed out drunk in the middle of the night. When I found out that happened, I started packing my shit. I packed my shit that day, and she woke up passed out. Like she was so fucking passed out. And she woke up out of that passed out state, and she didn't know what fucking planet she was on. She stumbled into the bathroom. She didn't see that I had bags packed. And she had the cheek to kind of lean in for a kiss, and I moved away from her. And she thought that I was pissed off because she was drunk. she said something, and she like just kind of like stormed off back to the room to get changed. When she left the house, because I had a day off, she left the house to go to work. I just took my shit and I left for a hotel straight away. I didn't want to stay in the house anymore. I went to a hotel, stayed in the hotel for 3 days, waited until I knew she was working, went back to get the rest of my shit, and moved to a new place. I was done with her. I didn't look at my phone. I left my phone. I was like, I wasn't answering work calls, nothing. I mean, I carried on going to work, but like I have to be on call for work sometimes, but I wasn't even looking at my phone for that shit. When I finally did look at my phone after I got settled somewhere else, I had about 280 messages from her. I was like, I'm not talking to this person. I didn't even have to say shit to her. I didn't want to say anything to her because you literally, the only way to get past that shit is you kill that person. You kill that person in your heart, right? Nobody that you love, that you would be in a relationship with, that you would trust that much, nobody that you feel that way about would ever do something like that to you. So that's the first thing you need to understand to get past it, is that they were not who you thought they were. Okay? So whoever you loved, that person didn't exist. It was a lie. Once you realize it's a lie, you're not going to cry about it and feel that way about it. Imagine if you're a dude and you fall really hard for this chick, right? She's beautiful, she's stunning, she's gorgeous. And then all of a sudden, you get into the room with her after you've been kind of trying to get to know her for a few weeks. And then she strips and you see she has a dick. Are you still going to be crying over her? No, it's a dude. You're not going to be like, but I really miss her. I wish, like, maybe we could make it work. No, you won't. You're not going to feel anything for that person because that person that you thought you loved ain't real. And that's the same way you got to think about cheating bitches. They were not the person you thought. It was a misrepresentation. Okay. That person did not exist. Once you realize that, there's no crying about it anymore. There's no feeling any way about it. Now, I understand it gets more complicated in the case of, for example, you know, the one that we just spoke about right now with Panel, like you've got a kid. Yeah, but your kid is real. You can be there for your kid, but just understand that the relationship you thought you had with that kid's mother is not real. That person doesn't exist. You put that shit aside, move on with the child, and go find some happiness elsewhere. You can still do it. You can still do it. Your life ain't over. Okay? And it's the best revenge. But don't do it for the revenge purposes. Don't do it like just to get back at her, because then you're still living, you know, because of her and she's still in your head. Go and do it because that's what you deserve. Think about it. Are you a good person? If you're a good person, you deserve a good life. So yeah, one relationship fucked up, but you deserve that happiness. So go out and find that happiness.
Here. I remember one time like somebody cheated on me and like they told me about it. And I just remember going, oh, like my reaction was like, oh, and then I get up, I get my things. And they're like, why are you leaving? Let's talk about it. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, let's talk about it. I'm like, oh no, you're not who I thought you were. Bye. And then I just left and never spoke to them again. Like literally, like just like that. And they're just like in a panic, like, but you know, but I did it because I'm like, no. We don't need, you don't need to tell me. You don't exist anymore. Like you did that. Like you just dissolved away. Like you don't exist anymore. And yeah, you just get up, you just leave, and you just never look at them again. And that's like, but the other thing is you have to not take that with you to the next relationship. And that's the hardest thing to say, but you really have to like, just say like, this next person did not do that to me. This next person is innocent.
Yeah.
Until
there's a very fine line. Yeah. There's a very fine line between the lessons you learn about trusting easily and being unfair to that next person. It's like women struggle with this more than men do, I think, but men also do struggle with it. That idea of like, I don't want to be a trusting idiot. I need to be aware. But the thing is that anyone can cheat on you. Anyone can. Okay. So what are you going to do? Are you going to put walls up? Are you never going to trust somebody fully? Right? No, you need to trust somebody fully. If you're going to have a healthy relationship, you have to trust the person fully. That means you open yourself up to potentially being cheated on. Okay. A relationship where one person is constantly suspicious and doesn't trust the other person is going to like that behavior is going to destroy a relationship just as easily as cheating will. Okay. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they don't trust you fully, they are constantly suspicious. They're constantly wondering, where are you? What are you doing? Like, you're not going to be with that person for very long. Nobody wants to be with somebody who thinks they're going to betray them all the time. It's like, do you really think so little of me? Well, yeah, my previous partner did that to me. Oh, okay. So now you're comparing me to your previous. I'm not that person. Yeah, it's true. You're not. But I'm worried that you might do that. It's like, well, we're never going to be happy then. Because 5-6 years down the line, why would anything change? And the moment you take that step of trusting somebody fully, in the back of your mind, you're going to be scared. Well, now that I trust them fully, now they might betray me. It's like, you're never going to be happy. You just got to be like, look, it happened to me once before. I survived. So I can survive again, right? If the next person cheats on me, so what? I know that I'm strong enough to walk away from them. Okay? As long as you know that you're strong enough to walk away from somebody who cheated on you and that you'll be okay, that's all you need. You need faith in yourself. You don't need faith in the other person.
Oh. Hello. So, yeah, the other thing that is interesting, going back to the Akaash thing, is like the denial that sometimes people get to protect themselves from like the emotional pain of realizing maybe somebody's using them for something. Like, and you might give people like an excuse for like, maybe they're not. I'm trying to think of like an example that doesn't make her look as bad, but it's hard. Like,
does make you look bad?
No, I'm talking about the Akaash thing again.
All right.
So like, one of the things she said jokingly, and I think I played this last time, was that she thinks that people are like saying that she's just with him so that she can get some fame, so she can start off her own podcast and do her own thing. And it's like, that's probably what she's doing. That's kind of like very on the nose to me. But like, when he hears that, he's probably like, well, she, like, you know, you'll make excuses of like, maybe she's just, you know, she's in the situation. Now she's using the situation to her benefit. Why wouldn't she? But that's not why she's here. She's just using the situation. No.
No, yeah.
Because like, there's many ways you can kind of like deny it. Like, well, she's here now, so why wouldn't she do that? Or try that? Or I have money now. Why wouldn't she want to spend it all?
She just, everything about her just seems fake. That's the problem. When somebody doesn't seem like a legit person, when somebody just doesn't seem genuine in any way and they lack that authenticity, immediately you can't really trust them.
So, the hoe is here. I don't know how to get your face in.
Fine.
Because, like, the camera keeps, like, falling.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Yeah. Be shorter. This is the best I can do. Okay.
Oh, I know. I can get on my knees.
Okay, stop. You got stuff all over your mouth. So, anything else, Damon, that you want to talk about?
I'm good. I'm good.
I got nothing else anymore. Like, I'm so like.
Panel, if you didn't hear, I didn't say anything bad about you. Hope you're good, dude. Just yeah. Stay strong, man. Stay strong.
He's good. Ugh. Gosh, I'm just like.
Oh, here's a good question.
What would I do, Stephen? Answer for everyone.
Well,
where would your body be found?
It wouldn't be found. No, Everglades. Yeah, definitely Everglades. She wouldn't bother chopping it up. Just feed it to the alligators.
I love it. She'll kill you, but she's too lazy to actually get rid of the body properly. She'll get other people to do it.
Yeah. No. She would.
Or the gators, yeah.
It'd be just the gators. She might have to lure them in, but yeah. No doubt.
She's messed up. She's messed up enough to get the kid to help dispose of the body. Just help me get daddy into the back of the car. So, but it's daddy. Don't cry for daddy. He's a piece of shit. You don't know what he did. You'll find out later when you're older.
She might enlist one of her serial killer former clients. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know.
And there's a reason why she made me aware of that and bring it up on occasion.
Do I?
Comes up in conversation.
Yeah. Do you know I know serial killers?
Yeah, they're in South Beach.
Yeah. Just cash. You got to mention it every now and then.
And they have offered to help you.
Yes. That's why I quit my last job. I told you about that, right, Damon?
Which job was this? The AIDS clinic? Or
Yeah.
So it's good to know that we live in a world
Any other jobs? That's the trick question.
It's good to know that we live in a world where serial killers have AIDS. You're a serial killer? Oh, shit. Oh, but you have AIDS. Oh, good. Okay. There's balance restored in the universe.
But they're not dying. That's the thing.
Yeah. They're like forever. They're fine. Actually, they're doing great.
You didn't swap out their medicine for some kind of placebo?
No, you want to have that in your back pocket.
No, also, like, I don't look. Conspiracy time. I don't even know if it's real. I don't even know.
Oh, now she's throwing shade.
I know.
She's saying like, oh no, what I said wasn't really what I said.
No. I'm talking about like the whole like,
serial killer.
No, not that. No. Like just the. See, I don't know if I can say that because that's going to be like denying health or something like that. But I don't know if it's real because I know I had a lot of patients that never took any pills. They sold their pills for money and they were just as healthy as the ones who took their pills.
What a absolutely useless piece of shit do you have to be like, you're dying of AIDS, dude. Here's the medicine that will keep you alive. Oh, I'm going to sell it for money. Like, you fucking waste. You absolute use. What did they buy with the money, Kat? Tell me.
Probably hookers. I'm going to be real honest here. They bought
hookers. Yeah.
Male hookers.
Just spread the love.
Oh my gosh.
But they get the tip. They don't give the tip.
But it was just like so many of them. And I'm just like, wait a minute. So like, how are you alive? Like, this is so not what I was told would happen if you don't take it. So like, I don't even like I don't know what's real anymore at all. I don't know what to believe. So like, I don't believe anything.
Well, you can.
Well,
you did see in your patients that they were getting things that they shouldn't have been getting. You do know that, like they were getting herpes again. They were
also whores. So it's like
no, there was the old couple.
Well, maybe they were taking the maybe they were taking the antivirals to the point where it was such a.
Hold on. Which one?
Ones that it was accusing them of cheating because they got a HPV or something, and then and that actually didn't cheat, but it was that the virus came up again because of their immunodeficiency.
They were all cheating, and I know for a fact that they were cheating.
This is the old couple.
They were. It doesn't
male female.
The idea that old people are not whores is ridiculous. They're more.
Wait,
whores.
Straight people had AIDS?
Oh yeah, but because the guy was the guy was like into guys too. The 95% of men who's like, whatever, anything's fine. Yeah. I'll take anything.
Blood transfusions when they weren't testing for it.
Yeah, I had some elderly people who got it from blood transfusions before they were testing for it, which was really sad because like didn't do anything their whole lives. Really sad. But again, super healthy. And lived long. Like the one that got it for a blood transfusion that I know for sure, she was religious, old lady. She was into her 90s. She was 90 something. She was practically 99, I think, when I stopped. What?
But her thoughts. God decided to strike her down.
No, but she didn't have any health issues. She never got anything bad happen to her.
Except for AIDS.
Okay, but other than she didn't have symptoms is what I'm saying. It's like the test shows that you have it, but like she didn't have any like health issues. She's walking, she's talking, she's, community member, helping stuff. She works from the church, volunteers. Like her life was better than most people. And she was moving around, and I'd ask her like, what do you do to like stay so healthy? Because I wanted advice from her, and she's just talks about all the fruits that she grows in her backyards, and she eats all these fruits. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I don't know if it's real or not anymore.
Don't get AIDS.
I mean, definitely herpes is real. Like I know for sure that's real. And there's like 1,000 other like STDs. Like I think hepatitis for sure is real, but like I don't know about this one in particular anymore. Just saying.
Wait, so you're I thought you were saying that you don't know if the antiviral was real, but you don't think AIDS is real.
I don't know, because I'm just like, how is it that some people don't take anything for it and they're perfectly healthy? They don't get any problems. Like wouldn't it affect you like so that you would definitely be sick all the time if you weren't on antivirals?
You would be sick if you came in contact with something that could get you sick.
Yeah, but they're around other people.
No.
They're banging each other.
If she isolated this
lady. No, the old lady, her son was a whore and would bring a different...
Oh my God.
What?
Okay, that's...
Yeah.
So
wait.
What?
Did she do anything with her son?
No. She didn't do anything
blood
with her
transfusion,
son.
right.
No, stop. She didn't do anything with her son.
Uh-huh.
But her son, he was a good-looking dude,
mm-hmm.
but he was a loser. Sorry to say. And he would just go to the club and like bring a different hooker-looking loose chick home, and then I'd be over there like in the kitchen table, like we'd be having our tea, and then she'd be like, he's in there with some floozy, and I'm like, again, is it the same one from last week? No, it's a new one. They were so loud last night, the devil's in that room with them. And I'm like, oh really? Go on. And then sometimes he'd come out and you'd see the little skank pop her head out, and we'd be like, mm-hmm. It was fun.
Did he have AIDS too?
I don't know.
What if she?
Because it would be so funny if she's judging him like this, but she's the one with the AIDS.
Yeah, but she got it from a blood transfusion.
But still, like if he gets fed up and he's just like, "Oh, stop it, Mom! You're the one with the AIDS, not me." It's like,
I don't know. But the son was a whore, so he was bringing different skanks in all the time. And I'm sure that's got to be
a guy just enjoying his youth. Maybe he wasn't a whore. Maybe he was just like...
What youth? He was like 50. Get a job.
Oh.
Was he rich?
Still very good. No, he was broke, Damon.
He's living with his mom.
He's living. Was he rich?
Is he rich? He's living with his mom.
Or was his
Maybe
mom
he's got a
living with
big
him?
mansion and he lets his mom live with him.
Okay, first of all, it was a small home.
Oh.
Okay, in a not so nice neighborhood.
You're ruining our fantasy.
But listen, this guy there must be some good quality, because
He was
if
very
he's
good
living,
looking. That's it.
if he's living with in his mom's house and he's 50 and he's still banging 3 different chicks, like either the dude is hung like a fucking horse, or
Maybe.
there's the guy's
His
got some
mom
skills.
was 6'7" feet, 6 feet 7 inches. His mom, she had to like duck down.
Wow,
Like,
is he a real woman?
She was almost 7 feet tall. She was
rare.
huge. Her foot was at least 3 feet long.
Are you sure? Like, was she always a woman?
Yes, she was definitely a woman. I saw the charts and stuff. She gave birth. There's,
Dude, wait. So I've never in my life seen a 99-year-old 6'7" woman. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes, and fabulously intelligent, sharp wit, like hilarious. I mean, but
would the son wear sweatpants all the time?
I will say this. She told me he was like 50, like he just had a birthday. He's 50. And I'm like, if he's 50,
you would have to be.
I saw him and he looked like he was maybe
Oh wait,
35.
she's 99. She's 99 though.
Yeah.
He'd have to be
older?
He had to be older than 50.
59, 60.
Damn,
You're telling me
fabulous.
she's 49-year-old 6'7" woman pops out a kid.
Maybe. I don't know when she popped him out. He was old, but he looked like he was 35, maybe 40.
You sure she didn't have dementia and she kind of forgot that it's actually her grandson, not her son?
I think it was her son.
Could be grandson.
She said it was her son.
Well, she acts as if he's the gardener.
He's not the gardener. He's not the gardener, because he would
know
always
what they do at night.
He would always call her mom, and sometimes he'd go to me. He's like, what kind of gossip is she telling you about me?
That you're a whore.
Yeah, I think I might have said that. I probably said that. Well, she just told me you're a skank. Who is this chick? And then he's like, and then he goes back into the room.
Back to fucking again.
But anyways, as I was saying, I don't know if it's real. That's all I'm saying. And the people who were the most sick had like the hepatitis and like other things going on.
Right.
That are chronic.
No, if you're immunocompromised, you're going to get these viral infections much more easily. And you'll have them chronically. You can't eliminate it.
Wow.
So that's what would tell you that there is something going on. You're not producing the immune cells like you should.
Well, she was doing great. What's up, homie? So, anyways, is there another question for Stephen while he's here?
Steve, yeah, other way now. What would you do if you found out Kat was cheating? Let's talk about how we're going to dispose of her body.
I think I would rather dispose of the person that she cheated on me with.
He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't make any vows to you.
Oh, no, he did.
Did he? All men have vowed to you.
No, he did do something wrong to me because he took my property and he.
What if she said that she's single? She's like, "Oh, I'm not married. No, I'm single." She takes the wedding ring off.
Be single. He should have known.
There's like
What would you do to Kat though? Seems to me like you're blaming the wrong person, Steve.
Maybe I can't break her legs, so because that
I'm already short enough.
I need for her to still work for me. But
just be like that boxing Helena thing. Just cut the arms and legs off, keep her in a box.
Maybe hold
ridiculous
it over her. That would be more torturous than to just actually eliminate. I mean, that checking out, that's the easy way out.
Do what? What would you
torture. So you
Torture, yeah.
Yeah, so you hold it over them. You make sure that they know their place now, and you also eliminate maybe could you don't have to necessarily create a body. You could also torture that person too. That actually might be more enjoyable.
That's a lot of work. Just go to the Everglades.
It's enjoyable.
Of course you would say that, Kat. Shut up, you cheating whore. We're talking about strategy here.
Oh my God.
And I learned plenty of torture skills.
Here we go with his ninja skills.
But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's silly. I think the best revenge is an alligator.
No, a bear eating their way.
That's what you could do, Steve. Just like tie her up above a swamp with some gators and just lower her a little bit more each day.
A bear would be better. A bear would be better.
Bear?
Yeah, they eat from the feet up.
It's not too quick.
No, it's not quick. That's the problem. I mean, after you bleed out, you could bleed out within 30 minutes. So.
Hey, you could do rats, dude. You could do rats. Rats would eat you really slow.
Yeah, but I don't
keep some rats, starve them, and just kind of like.
You know,
this is taking a dark turn.
Yeah, this is a little bit creepy, guys. Can we talk about something fun?
Cat picked the subject. It's like you were fine talking about it when it was Steve, Cat.
Mm-hmm. Because it's simple, it's clean, it's easy. There's no like, what is this? Yes, let's not do that and just have happy lives, guys. Everybody be cool.
See? Behave, Cat, because he'll torture you. There you go.
Yeah.
She might like it though. Can grow to like torture, and if
she wouldn't like it as much as you'd be liking it, Steve.
No. If you're torturing someone and they don't like it, that's when it's fun. But if you're torturing someone and they actually like it, it's no longer torture. So then you've lost all your power. That's how you get someone to lose their power. Like you don't give them what they want.
Moving on. So,
pro tip.
Yeah. Do you think
I don't think.
Going back to the topic of today's discussion.
Which was what?
This guy.
Okay.
Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
From Flagrant? Do you think if he left his wife, he could do better?
No.
So he should be happy.
Wow.
He's not happy.
Why do you think he couldn't do better?
Because if we're assuming that this person that he comes in contact with knows the previous relationship and knows what she did to him or is doing to him, I would assume that
his reputation is going to attract more people like her.
Well, but they'll also, people just won't respect him. Like there must be something, he's broken. There's something wrong. Maybe there is something wrong.
Well, I mean, if he puts up with this, he must like it.
Do you think if he dumped her straight the fuck away immediately?
It's been too long.
It's too long.
I don't know, but hypothetically, if he dumped her straight away, do you think he would have been able to get somebody better?
Yes.
Yeah,
but he's too damaged to even notice the people that are good for him.
Yeah, I think he would probably want someone who's really hot and bitchy and hard to get. And when you want someone who's hot and bitchy and hard to get, but you're not that guy, when you get them, they're going to treat you like this.
I think we need to talk to his mother.
This is her fault, yes.
Because truly, it's his mother and possibly father, but his mother's
mainly
fault.
The mother, yeah.
He probably has a devouring mother.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have a dad.
Yeah, maybe.
Possible. Or his father wasn't in the picture. And his mother was just...
or his dad was also a simp.
Maybe.
Like...
Yeah, that's true. It could be. And she's just like a little bit more extreme than the mothers, but it's close enough that he's kind of like okay with it. It's normal.
Well, wait. Are we saying his mother was sleeping around? On
No,
his
no,
father?
no, no. That's not what a simp is. Like the
No,
mother
I'm not
was
saying
like
that. I'm not
ordering the
saying that.
father around.
I'm not talking about the simp part. I'm saying like because she wants to have, from what I understand, she wants to have orgies. She wants to, do all this other stuff.
I think she's okay. Well, she's joking about that, but then of course it doesn't really seem like a joke. Maybe she's trying to do some sort of weird poly thing. Yes, we're psychoanalyzing because we're bored. Thank you. Because we got nothing better to talk about. So that's what we're doing. This is a gossip stream. So what do you think? We're all on the couch today.
Akaash is on the couch, and Jasleen, not Maxwell, is
no, that's a different name. God.
Is
okay, but look, if this was your brother that you actually liked,
is he Indian or Pakistani?
What are you doing? What
is Akaash Indian or Pakistani?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What's the difference?
No, I don't know if they're of the same Indian
caste.
Not caste, because there's only a small portion of Indians.
I did read that he was like the second caste, so the second highest caste, like the warrior caste.
No, okay,
so, which is
not all Indians have a caste system.
No, but he has it.
So if that's the case, then he's of. What is she? Is she?
I couldn't find anything that said hers.
Do their noses don't look the same? Did she have her nose done?
No, I think they're natural.
I'm pretty sure she did. I'm pretty sure she did.
No, that looks real.
I don't know.
They did a really bad job. They made it look natural.
Stop. You saying that is wild.
Yes.
Don't be mean.
I have the right to say that.
Oh, God. Oh my God.
It's not a bad nose. No, she hasn't.
She's cute. There's nothing wrong with her. Stop.
Well, physically.
Okay.
Actually, maybe there is something.
No, there's nothing on it.
We don't see it. We can't see it.
Oh God. Okay, stop.
We don't know what he has seen. This guy may be a saint.
Okay.
It's possible.
Move on. Move on.
It could be a battlefield down there. We don't know.
Stop. Why is everything with guys disgusting?
No, this.
So he's Indian, right? See, like, not being funny, but they've kind of got a habit of being incredibly desperate.
Online, yes. Every time someone is like, "Hello, beautiful woman, may I give you money?" Dude.
You put out that desperate vibe, and it's just like, yeah, you're gonna get.
Have you seen? There's
abused by
shows,
some people.
It is entertainment, but it's Indians.
The matchmaking. Oh yes, I forced him to watch the Indian matchmaker one.
Oh, it was rough.
Oh God!
But I made it through. She no longer watches it, so
yeah, I got bored.
Anyway, it was horrifying.
What did you learn from Indian matchmaking?
They're screwed.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because when you really see what they're trying to have to do, no, they can't really get what they truly want because they have a long laundry list. No pun intended.
Go on.
A long laundry list.
Yeah, it has to be like your same cast.
Yes.
The language.
I was going to ask how many of them are related on that show.
No, it wasn't. It's not like that.
They made sure they weren't related.
Yeah, they were not at all.
Actually, I think they did talk about that, but they
did not.
Related.
They were not. No,
cousins.
No.
They had to talk about it.
That's not an Indian thing as much. So basically, you have to be like the same cast, speak sometimes from the same village, so you speak the same dialect because there's billions of dialects.
Yes.
And then it's like your parents have to be together. They want to know what the parents do and how long they've been together and make sure they haven't had any divorces in the family. There could be like literally no divorces on either sides of the families because like that looks negative against anyone who wants to get married in the family. So like you could be like here, it's just like you, right? And how much money you have, right? Like they kind of like end it. Maybe if someone's wants to be extra picky, are your parents still together, right? That's like the pickiest one. But like for Indian, it's like, has everyone in your bloodline been married and never divorced? Like, that's a lot of pressure. So, like, if you have one stupid brother who's like a narcissist and then he gets divorced, like, you might be punished for that, and you might have to like lower yourself to like a morbidly obese woman with one leg in their culture.
And the leg is not an actual leg.
Stop. So, like, when you really think about it, he's kind of doing great.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
he's doing great.
But
because we're trying to judge him on like an American, you know, where we don't look at like past your parents, barely. Sometimes we don't even look at your parents. Sometimes people like don't even meet each other's parents until the wedding, because Americans are so ridiculous.
Are you saying that they could be an arranged marriage?
No, I'm saying
it's possible.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's an arranged marriage. I'm just saying that most Indian marriages are arranged, and these are the qualifications that, like, you know, maybe like these two couldn't meet any of the qualifications. Maybe he comes from divorce. Maybe she comes from divorce.
So they're both
like
deeply damaged,
like untouchable.
She wants her orgies. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he does.
Look, okay, well, that's different.
Wants to sit in the chair. In the
okay,
corner.
stop. Oh my God. Can't have one serious conversation.
Well, like it's interesting though, because her comeback to like all the criticism was just to kind of like call all the people like red pill trolls, losers, saying that they're insecure, saying that like, and then questioning like, where's all the chivalry gone? Like, it's like, you're going to call these people losers and you're going to say that they're insecure, but you're the one actively making your husband insecure. Like, I mean, at some point you've got to realize, like, if this is the negative shit, I mean, if you're a wife and he's doing all of this shit for you, even if both of you are working, it is still your job to support one another. If your actions are attracting this much criticism of him and of you, then you need to understand that you're literally doing something that's completely antithetical to what your role is. So she needs to realize that that's on her. And the fact that she doesn't, and she's attacking those other people instead of realizing you're doing something that's bringing all of this negative shit upon your husband and upon yourself. You're the problem. So at the end of the day, that I think that needs to be something that he learns. He needs to understand, like, look, the stuff that she said, the way that she's been behaving, that's what's attracting all of this shit to me and to the both of us. And the fact that she, instead of correcting her behavior, is just doubling down and being like more of a problem. That really needs to be his takeaway from this. If he's not willing to understand that.
Let's say you're Akaash and you want to stay with her. You're like, she's really hot. We both come from crappy upbringings. This is the best either of us can do. And he wants to make it work. How could he make his life easier? What can he do?
The only way I see it is that the only way you can make it work is if she understands that she's causing these problems.
That's not
her behavior needs to change. If her behavior doesn't change, then he needs to give her an ultimatum. He needs to show her that he's the man in the relationship and give her an ultimatum. Like, either you correct your behavior or we're done. And if she's like, well, I'm not going to change my behavior, then we're like, get the fuck out.
I don't know. I feel like, what would you do?
Why do you say you don't know? Because you think that he's not going to do that? Or
I don't think it'll work. I feel
why
like
do you think it won't work?
I think he needs specific things.
No, but wait,
hey,
when you say you think it won't work, in what way?
Because it's too vague. I think it needs to be a lot of.
How's it vague? How's it vague? Either you stop talking like this and you stop behaving like this and you stop saying that you want to have threesomes or like you want to fuck some other dudes. Either you knock that shit off right now or you can get the fuck out and we're done. How's that vague?
Because I don't think she'll understand that, and I think she'll immediately jump over that boundary. But
She'll understand it the minute you pack her shit up and throw her out. She'll understand when you kick her to the curb.
Unless she thinks she can find, and she probably can, anyone else and use them as a mark.
I don't know if at this point she can.
Yeah, I know, but you're not going to hold on to her. You're not going to let her be like Tarzan swinging from one dick to another dick. You kick her out and you be like, okay, let's see you find that other guy when your ass is out on the street. You're not going to stay here and have a shower and do your makeup and make yourself pretty before you go on to somebody else. I'm kicking you the fuck out right now. You kick her out. Let her beg somebody else to let her stay, to let them stay there. Like, get the fuck out right now. Take as much shit as you can with you because I'm burning everything else.
I feel like that's a little much, Damon. I feel like
it's not a little much. It's not a little much.
I'm burning
get the fuck
everything.
Out. Get the fuck out. Yeah. Yeah.
Do a sacrifice of her cat.
No, you. That's how you need to be. He's famous. He's famous. He may not be good looking, but he's famous enough to find a chick. So like you get the fuck out, and there's no business of like none of this shit. I'm gonna come back in a few days to get my stuff. No, you're fucking not. You come back in a few days. I'm gonna be fucking somebody else in your room, right?
I feel like this is a little much, Damon. No offense.
Why is it a little much? She humiliated him publicly. There is no a little much.
I know. One thing
there is not a little much. If that Andrew Schultz was a good friend, he should have had some absolutely awesome looking dolled up whore, and he should have been like, Akaash, we're gonna get this chick to blow your dick right now. Like just yeah, no, if he was a good friend, that's what he would have done. Your woman humiliated you. Fuck that bitch. We're humiliating her right now. You're not cheating. I would blindfold the guy so that little Indian dude doesn't even know he's doing anything wrong. I'd be like, we're blindfolding you, right? Just relax. Don't worry. We're taking your pants off and just relax, right? And then just get this chick to blow him on air. And all of a sudden just be like, by the way, that wasn't your wife. And then that's it. That's how you put that bitch in a place. She wants to talk about having threesomes. You fuck somebody live on air. That's what you do. You need to humble her. She doesn't know her fucking place. Okay? She doesn't know her place. So you humiliate her. If he got humiliated by her, he needs to humiliate her back. Humble her. That's the only way.
It should be verbally.
What?
It should be once he cheats, like, you know, then she just leaves him and then she's free and clear and she looks like the good one. That's not
no. She doesn't look like the good one because what drove him to that?
I don't
what
think
drove
that's
him to
how
that?
It's gonna play out as
not being that way. Don't look, this is the thing. Whether it's a physical fight, whether it's a verbal argument, or whether it's some fucked up shit like this, women need to understand, and I'm not saying this to be offensive, but you're the weaker sex. You're the weaker sex. I'm sorry, you are. Okay? And this is the thing, when it comes to roughhousing, play fighting, or like big full-on arguments and shit, there's this misconception that women have that they think that they can fight. They think that they can argue. They think that like when they get emotional and they lose their temper, they think that like they can give it to a guy like that. And the only reason why you have that misconception is because most of the time, it's not that we're taking it easy on you. We do that too. But it's that we can't be bothered with what we think is trivial shit. And what gets you guys worked up is usually stuff that we think, I'm not going to fucking fight about that. I don't need to fight about that. And that's what emboldens stupid fucking women like his wife. Okay? It's that simple. But if we decide, okay, if this is how you want to fuck, we're going to give it to you. And when that happens, you will be shocked how a dude can just sink so low and humble a woman. Okay? We can. We don't like doing it because we know that you're so much weaker. But if we have to, we will. And this is the thing. He's too fucking nice. He was raised to be too soft. Okay? That's the problem. He was raised to be too soft. He's crediting her with too much shit that he shouldn't.
Okay. Anyways, so how would you do it? Would you?
No, he should have from the beginning talked to her about boundaries.
How would you bring it up?
You literally start the conversation in front of her mother is best. No, I'm joking.
I feel like neither of them has a relationship with their parents, and that's another reason why they bonded.
I'm not saying I agree with it.
She bonded with him? I don't think she bonded with him.
Well, I think it's maybe like a trauma bond or something like that, or like because they both come from very bad upbringings. I keep mentioning that. So
I don't think she's with him because she really. I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't. The interactions, videos that I've seen, she doesn't look like she really wants to be with him. That's why I say arranged marriage, stuff like that. I think maybe she's using him, and he's happy to be used because he's with her. But even with the usury, they still need to have boundaries. It just looks bad on both of them. Boundaries. You create boundaries. You say the bound like. And when he messes up or she messes up, you reinforce that boundary. People are going to mess up, but keeps messing. Well, maybe it's not messing up because she doesn't have a boundary.
Well, yeah, because the other thing is like Damon, we love you, but I think burning her house down and cheating on her immediately is a little much.
I didn't say burn her house down. I said burn her shit.
Okay. I just think it's a little much. I
Waiting
think
for her to go to the bathroom and then burning her shit. It's like I wouldn't do that either.
It's like just how about we start with like actual boundaries? How like they should have started their relationship. Like
you know what? The boundaries happened when they took vows. Those are the boundaries.
That's not how it works, Damon. That's not boundaries. Those are not boundaries. Boundaries are when somebody says something you don't like. And you don't sit there like a little bitch, and take it to keep the peace. When you keep the peace or you put on a smile like something didn't hurt your feelings or you were not disrespected, you're saying keep doing it. That's what you're doing.
You know what I like? Hey. I like what Steve said. I like Steve mentioned how like this shit makes them both look bad, right? And I think the issue is that the problem with Akaash tolerating this because maybe he feels like he can't do any better or whatever. It makes him look like a cuck. It makes him look weak and pathetic. Okay. The problem is that I think although he knows that it makes him look weak and pathetic, he's afraid. Either the reason that I gave earlier, that he feels like, no, I saved myself for this woman. We're married now. So we can't get divorced. Maybe he doesn't believe in that. But whatever the case is, like I said, I think he's trying to make this work. He thinks I need to make this work. I need to save this relationship. I need to like have a full marriage with this woman, right? She's my pick. I saved myself for her. I'm in this now for the long run. Whatever the case, you can see from his face, from some of his behavior on all that, to how he keeps defending her, it's obvious that he's not happy. He knows that he looks bad, but he's trying to tough it out of some sense of duty. With her, the sad thing is, and this is a thing with a lot of women who seem to be like her, I think that either she knows this makes her look like a whore or she doesn't know that this makes her look like a whore. In either case, I think she just doesn't give a fuck. There's something with women today that if you're like, you look like a whore, they get off on it. They think that that's cool to be a fucking whore, to talk about wanting to have threesomes. And this is that stupid fucking feminist thing of like, it's empowering. It's empowering to be a whore. Really? but that they get off on it. Like, why would you say shit like that if you're embarrassed? She's not embarrassed. She thinks this makes her look good.
But she wants to be like the girl that has like that stories of when she was a whore podcast. What's that?
Well, it's the thing. It's the thing of, especially when you come from backgrounds like this, uber conservative backgrounds, right? Okay, you like that culture. When you have that cultural background, and you get to the West, and like you decide not to embrace it. It's that rebellious nature. Like you think, well, I'm a rebel against that stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe it might look cool to some like oppressed Indian girls, but in the West, you just look like a whore. It's like,
no,
I don't know if
think
it looks the way
Indian
you think
girls
it
are
looks.
like that. No, definitely not. I know Indian
You
girls
don't think what?
I don't think Indian girls find this cool. She's very American. She's born and raised. I don't think there's much Indian culture in her background.
Well, whatever the case,
she wants to be like call her daddy girl. She wants to do that. She's like, this is how I become famous. It's just like when Kim Kardashian was working with Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton's sex tape came out, and she saw Paris Hilton got even more famous for that, got lots of money. And Kim Kardashian's like, I just want money. So this is what I guess I have to do. And like, it's literally that simple with them. It's like, I want this. This is how she got it. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing. And if you don't like it, tough, because I want what I want.
Oh, the next Bonnie Blue.
Like, if that's what if she wanted to be like Bonnie Blue, she would act like Bonnie Blue too. And like, that's just the reality of it. She's like, oh, I can be like this chick who made millions of dollars. Like, didn't her, like at one point, her podcast was more supposedly watched more, I don't believe it, than Rogan or whatever. And they gave her like what, a couple $100 million to do this. And all she was doing was talking about like when she was a skank in her younger days and disgusting, trashy shit. Like literally, like she's just like, this is a formula. I'm going to do it because I want to be famous. I think that's her ultimate motivation for all of this stuff. And she does not care if she throws him under the bus so that she can get to the point where she can have her little meal ticket on her own.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like I said, he has to be like, you're not doing this shit anymore. Like, you knock this shit off or it's bye-bye. And she needs to decide what she wants. Okay? Because the sooner you put down that ultimatum, the more likely you are to save the relationship. If he waits long enough and carries on giving her money and shit, she can squirrel that shit aside. So that when he gives her that ultimatum, finally, she'll be like, okay, I'll go, because she'll have enough shit to get by. Kick her ass out now before she has anything. That's why I said burn the shit. Don't let her have any assets. Burn all the shit. Like, everything I gave you, fuck that. That ain't yours anymore.
But I feel like at this point, she already has plenty of clout from him.
Well,
I don't think it's good clout. I don't think it's good clout because all the comments in all her posts are like, please, from women are like, please don't make me feel bad for a guy. Please don't do this, girl. So like the women are like we're all about like, let's talk shit about men podcasts, but she actually went so far that she crossed the line. And then the girls who enjoy those things are like, no, this isn't it. I feel bad.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm on his side.
You exactly. That's what I'm saying. That this is why I'm saying he can get away with this shit. Because if he humiliates the shit out of her and just kicks her ass out,
I don't think it will work because look.
No, the girls would be like, you got what you deserved. You got what you deserved.
You don't know how women work. Let me just explain something. If he does something like that, he cheats on her, he kicks her out, he burns her house down, whatever the hell.
No, yeah, I get that if he cheats on her.
All she has to do is you see, guys, I was like that because he was abusive behind the scenes and you just saw him as funny, but I saw who he really was. And we'll be like, oh, because nobody would know. And now she has a point. So you can't
film it. Receipts. Film it. Receipts. Give her the ultimatum. Look, we're going to stay. We're going to work in this relationship. You stop acting like a whore. Or you can carry on acting like a whore, asking for your threesomes, but you're not going to do it with me. And you get the fuck out. What do you want to do? If she's like, well, I can go and make it on my own. Okay, cool. Good. Bye. and just kick her the fuck out.
He does have a last name of Sinha. Singa. Oh,
you don't know what that means. Stop pretending you know. Don't
look that up.
No.
It's got sin in it.
No, that's not it. Stop.
Now she has a last name of Sin, so she wants to do more of it.
No.
They
are calling her what's that word? The Jezebel.
Okay.
Stop. God. Oh my God.
But things like, let her go and do it. You know what he should do? Support her. You actually think about it. Kick her out. Give her some money. Be like, go start up. I'll get a producer for you so that you can make your own fucking podcast and shit. Just so that you can go and be a public whore. And every day I've got a reminder of what I got rid of. Let her go on those shows and talk about that. Let her fuck that friend's husband. Let her go and get railed out by as many guys as she wants to. And every day it'll be like, thank God I got rid of that fucking hemorrhoid. Like, you just cut her out of your life. She can go and be somebody else's problem. Like, why? Some girl that's just latched herself onto your ass just so that she can have the kind of life that she wants while she's still acting like she's some single hoe, right? No, get rid of her. It's that simple.
Well, hopefully he gets a good special from this.
Oh, wait a minute.
No. Some people were saying this was all planned. This makes him look really bad. I don't feel.
I think he could come up with.
I know, but I feel like maybe she planned it and he didn't.
I was in the corner of the chair.
Stop! Oh my God! Stop! Wow!
Jizz came out of nowhere, hit me in the forehead.
Oh my God! Okay. Yes. Okay. What do you think about this? How much disrespect is tolerable in what situation? I feel like it's much. It's too much, and sometimes people don't know what the line is, and they'll keep going until the other person checks them. Like, no, that's too much.
Well, they could be like Zerka. I mean, you give him a line, he's going to snort it.
Okay, stop. No.
That's what.
No, I think it's different for different people, right? But I think that, like, if he was on with Andrew and he got her to be at the studio, right? And she's sitting at the studio. And Andrew's there. There's some other dude there, like a couple show up, right? Another comedian comes in with his wife. And if she's smoking hot and he's like, oh man, I would fuck your wife. I would love to fuck your wife. And that dude's like, oh yeah, no. Like, she thinks you're hot too. Like, I was like, oh, she looks like she's like got a fucking tight pussy.
What the
and we could
fuck is going on?
Because if he starts talking about this chick, if he starts talking about this chick, the way his wife was talking about that girl's husband, saying, I bet he's got a big dick. He needs to talk about some other chick the exact same way.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Damon. I know what you're saying.
So, yeah, now, if he does that.
Okay, look. When someone does something bad, if you do the same bad thing, but like an eye for an eye makes a whole world.
We don't need some after school special here. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if he did that and she was like, oh, you crossed the line there, then that's how you know, right? So when somebody's saying like, well, look, how much disrespect is tolerable? If she wouldn't tolerate it, then why the fuck was she doing it? That's what you need to be like. It's that simple. It's like what I'm willing to put up with, okay? I don't see a problem about me joking around like that. So I can joke around because I can take that joke. But if she can joke around like that, but she can't take it when he does it, then why the fuck is she joking around like that? Well, if she can, then it's okay. It's no harm, no foul.
No, but I'm just saying.
Her line?
No. What if she?
Further.
No. I'm also saying, what if she so doesn't care about him? Yeah. Let's just say, like, hypothetically, she so doesn't care. She's so not attracted to him that she's like, oh, please bang someone else so I don't have to.
That's why my earlier point was he should just go on air, get his dick sucked. Like, he should just fuck, because if he does that and she hasn't got a problem with it,
too doesn't make you look good, Dave.
No, but the thing is that he needs to know if she doesn't give a fuck about you doing this stuff, then why the fuck is she with you? She's not with you because she expects your loyalty. She's not with you because she genuinely loves you, right? Because if you can't hurt her like that, then if he's fucking other women and she isn't hurt, what does that mean? She doesn't love him. So she's only with him for the money.
Likely.
She's only with him for the status, for the fame, for this kind of shit. If you know that the person doesn't react or give a shit to what you're doing and how you're behaving, how you're talking, how you're conducting yourself, how loyal you are, then how are you going to expect loyalty from them? They don't care. They don't value that shit.
God. I mean, yeah, but like doing
He
something.
needs to realize that. Look at the last comment. That's why she married him. He needs to realize that. When he realizes it, the only way he's going to realize that is if he pushes it that far.
Well, if she has a kid and it's got blonde hair and blue eyes,
he's going to know for
he's got
sure.
blue eyes, blonde hair and brown eyes. We know it wasn't his.
Nah, he'll
It
probably
wasn't
still
me.
gaslight himself into being like, oh, she's got some like ancestry that's like, yeah. Like
Yeah,
her
he's like,
great
here's my
grandfather was.
albino cousin.
Yeah. Right now, that's how delusional he is.
Well, it is what it is. Anyways, at the end of the day, this is his problem to solve. Oh yeah, and she did say she doesn't want to have kids because they're
Get
both
the
joy.
fuck rid of her. Get the fuck rid of her now.
What's
Honestly.
the point of being together then?
What the fuck is she bringing to the... No, get the fuck rid of her, honestly.
No,
An
she said
Indian couple not having kids? The fuck has the world come to?
well, I mean, she's Americanized, and American women, they don't like kids.
Get rid of her. The one thing that she could have provided.
Damon, I think you could help in this.
Seriously, honestly, the one cultural advantage that you have and you're not even using it.
Well, anyways.
It would be bad enough if she only gave him 2 or 3 kids. Like her grandma would be looking at you. What kind of woman are you? Nah, this is bad. This is bad. He needs to get rid of this chick now.
Oh my gosh. So yeah. Well, we tried.
Oh, what
Oh
if?
God, no.
The only way what if there's like someone, an inheritance or something, and they require that he get married?
He is married.
No, I'm saying like he chose anyone.
Okay.
And he decided to choose her just to get married. Maybe he's gay. It's possible.
What the heck are we talking about? No. Okay.
Like he got married for the inheritance.
No, there's no
He got
inheritance.
married
No, there's no,
something.
that doesn't exist. So, I think I heard that she didn't meet his family until like the wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like they made every fuck up they could have possibly made.
I don't know. That's just what I heard from the internet. So
that's always correct.
we don't know. My friend is like an Indian influencer, and I think her net worth online is like $2 million, and I know she's broke. So that's
what she sounds like? She sounds like one of these girls, right? His wife, Akash's wife, sounds like one of those girls who in case you don't already know, the biggest red flag that any chick could have, right? But she sounds like one of those girls that tries to pull him away from seeing his family and friends.
Well, I think he
But
has
especially the family.
like a bad relationship with his family.
No, yeah, maybe because of her. But like, I'm just saying, like, those girls who are like, they'll meet your parents one time and then be like, I don't think they like me. I don't think they like, and it's like, oh, we're going to be going to my parents, like, for a Sunday meal or something. Like, oh, it's Christmas. We're going to go see my parents on this day. And she's like, oh, I've got a headache. I don't feel well. I've got my period. I've got cramps. Or just being like, oh, do we have to? Like, I thought we could spend the day together. Like, a girl like that, run for the fucking hills. Run for the fucking hills. or who like always seems to have a problem with your friends. Your friends don't like me. I kind of feel like they're like, oh, I don't like the way this guy does that. And I said, those who want to isolate you and like just wreck all of that relationship that you have with other people, big fucking red flag. I don't think they like me. Yeah, that's because you're an unlikable bitch. That's why.
Oh God.
Not on Sunday.
What?
Monday.
All right.
Divorce on Monday. What about Tuesday?
Oh yeah.
Tuesday be too long?
Well, I did have one guy whose mother hated me, and it was a fact. And I told you guys last week, I think it was. Remember?
Oh yeah, the crazy bitch.
Yeah, she cut out my head from all the photos and mailed them to me.
Yeah, the crazy bitch. Yeah.
So there are some crazy mothers out there.
My friend, she was with a guy, and there were, God, this guy was a traveler. You know what travelers are?
Whores.
The gypsies.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Traveler.
she was, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing for travelers when what they do is they drive up in their fucking caravans, they park themselves in an area and they won't leave until you literally threaten to kill them all. Yeah, so like basically she was dating this guy and I have no clue. I lost so much fucking respect for her when I found out she was dating a traveler. I was like, what the fuck? Like, couldn't you have found a nice homeless dude to blow? Like, but anyway, she was with this dude and she finds out and she left before she found out what it exactly meant. But she saw that it wasn't his mother. I think it was his grandmother or his aunt or something had a little effigy of her. So like one of the girls said that because this girl had like some wristbands and she said like, and they were like kind of wristbands that were kind of like, you know, like fabric, kind of like threaded, kind of handmade shit. Yeah. So she's like, oh, that's really nice. And she gave it to the girl. But then she found out that this wristband was tied around this little effigy that was of her. And it looked like some kind of little voodoo doll thing that was being like tortured or some shit. I don't know. She was like, I found that. I was like, what did you do? She goes, I took it. It's like, okay. And she was like, do you think I'll be okay? I was like, what the fuck? Do you believe this shit? It's like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if they've got some kind of voodoo shit that they do. I don't know. And she was like genuinely terrified because she believes in like crystals and fucking horoscopes and that shit. So
it's real, Damon. Stop.
Yeah, so she was just like fucking terrified. So she stopped seeing the dude straight away.
I would hope. But anyways, I mean, I feel like that's all the advice we can give on this situation for today, and it is late. So, do you have any closing words for us?
He needs to man the fuck up and break up with her.
And burn the house down, right? According to you.
Yeah, no, like I said, honestly, simplest thing, give her an ultimatum. Say, like the earlier comment that we brought up was like, how much disrespect are you willing to stand? He needs to just let her know straight away, I'm not going to stand for that shit. I'm not going to stand for that shit. You talking about having threesomes, you talking about wanting to fuck other dudes. Do you genuinely want to do that? Or are you joking? Because people online don't know that you're joking. And we're married, people know that. And if this is how you treat me, it reflects bad on me, it reflects bad on you. I don't want you doing that anymore. Will you stop? Yes or no? If you don't want to stop, whether you're joking or not, it doesn't matter. Because it means that you are willing to put me through this shit. You're willing to jeopardize our relationship. You're willing to turn both of us into a joke. Okay? Mm-hmm. Which is bad enough because this is what his career depends on, is how people see him. If she's not willing to understand that and modify that behavior, knock that shit off, whether or not she's serious, it doesn't matter. If she seriously wants to fuck other people, it's bad enough. You end the relationship. If she's just joking, but she doesn't care that it's going to jeopardize your career, that's bad enough. You don't want to be in a relationship with that. Either case, you give her the ultimatum, whatever she decides. And whatever her justification for it, it doesn't fucking matter. If she doesn't want to respect you and stop doing that stuff, you get the fuck rid of her.
Do you have any ideas? What would you say?
Set your boundaries. Don't make that same mistake again.
How would you set a boundary? Would you set a fire like Damon?
No, you set boundaries. And
how do you do that?
She hasn't done any. Well, she has done stuff wrong, but not.
How would you set the boundary?
You tell her exactly what you do and don't want her to do and say, and if the consequences are.
So this is like a conversation that you have in private, or when she says something stupid publicly, do you check her immediately?
First give warning in private, then you can check publicly, or you can give her 3 warnings in private, and then after that, she knows what she did. She continues to do it. Then you have to annul the marriage.
Exactly.
I think it's a little too late for that. But anyways, yeah, I think you should check in public.
And then you could technically, he could, I don't think he could do that. Like sue for
making me look like an idiot.
Yeah, it is for something. It's damaging his reputation. It's damaging his ability to make money, possibly.
I don't feel like you could sue for what she did. I just feel like he should have married,
so I don't know.
Yeah,
can do that.
And it's his money. He's giving himself, suing himself.
No.
But damaged goods. She misrepresentation. She said that she was a virgin. She's clearly not.
I don't think you could sue for believing someone's a virgin.
Did she say she was a virgin?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we already talked about that, but I feel like
that is not. She just imagine him in court. She told me she was a virgin. How do you know she's not? Yeah, just I could tell. First time. That was a road well traveled.
It's like throwing a sausage down a hallway.
Oh God. Well, look.
Just occasionally hit the walls.
We don't know.
There was no end.
Vagina looked like a Sarlacc pit.
You should have seen the other hole.
Okay. Relax, guys. All right, so
it gave me 9/11 vibes. It's ground zero.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun.
Now I know why she doesn't kiss me.
Okay. All right.
All the guys that have been.
Okay. Anyways, we will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your weekend. Like, subscribe, and share. And, we're here every Saturday talking some shit. And
burning it.
And yeah. So we'll see you next time. Bye. The carbon they want to reduce is you and everyone you love. Stop acting like you have no clue. Pretending won't save you. Put on your red shoes.